good, y'all? Was good. I'm gonna do this video. This video today was on request. Let me not put these dog groups in here. So y'all give me a second. A lot of these groups be tripping. But what's good? I got a lot of people in my inbox. This is a requested conversation, but for real though, I think that people got a good point on what people been hitting me about and asking me about. So we're gonna talk about this top 20 list, and we're not even gonna be talking about the artists. We're not gonna be talking about like nobody don't deserve it. But we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna go through this. Let me finish tagging the room up, and then we're gonna start. Word was good, was good. Finish tagging. Y'all today. Now, on some real shit, let's talk about this top 20 list. First thing I want to say before I even start on this conversation, because I'm gonna keep it funky with you, I'm gonna keep it 100, is to everybody who made the top 20 list, shout out to y'all. Respect all the artists that made it, right? Because this conversation and where I'm gonna go with it ain't got nothing to do with the artist particularly. You know what I'm saying? This has got down with the politics and the shit and how it should go. So shout out to everybody who made this list before we get into the real meat of this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who made the list. Regardless of what people feel or think, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to see that what you do means something is respect. So shout out to everybody. So all the artists in the city or everywhere know that I ain't even tripping off of who got it. Just let's talk about it. So, let me flip this camera. So, I got these calls, right? And a lot of people was hitting me like, just in general, like different artists was hitting me and asking me questions about this list and about all these lists. And it's crazy because we gonna talk about, so I wrote this down right next so I can see what it is why the music scene don't progress and the way that it could because of the lack of understanding of talent and art and shit like that, the lack of respect and the true culture changes, disrespecting artists like they don't exist, where the people at today breaking the artists, right? Like, cause we stuck in a time where everybody wanna promote the motherfuckers who popular, right? But where's the people or the content creators out here or the people in power, these DJs and all these people that do these lists? Where's the guy in the city or where are those few people who's actually breaking artists, right? Is it all about being famous and getting love? And what happened to the true art lovers, right? And is it all about numbers and politics? So is it like, do the music matter anymore? So we're going to start with why this scene doesn't progress. For years, right, when we dealing with this music shit, and everybody who be watching, please share so we can really tap in, and I want to see how y'all feel. I'll be answering. So, all right, my fault, y'all. Tagging in, please share. So, all right, so the city don't progress in the proper way that it's supposed to, because of all of the bullshit and the fake shit that be going on in the background. And it's not even about homeboy shit. It's just about understanding the music and culture and understanding what's wrong. This place, I realize in most cities that's not making it, never realize that it's one important factor. If you making lists, regardless of who it is, you want your list, if somebody from another city come in or that's not from this place, or, you know what I'm saying, people from other places, other countries, and you got to think about North Carolina as like a basketball team, right? And so they'll say, oh, you got a list? And so whatever list is made, we take these lists and these go to these people. These NBA scouts, right, as they would call them, all of these people that it's supposed to go to. What's up, bro? When we make a list, it should represent our best artists so that when other cities or other states, or as we say, other teams want to compete, we put what's our best in the forefront. Which our best don't mean just the lyrical or just one type, just mean our best artists. The artists who got the most buzz. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about buzz and what is buzz and what isn't buzz, because I think that's a very important factor, and a lot of people that I've been that's been hitting me today have been like real frustrated. But we supposed to put our forefront, like on a basketball team, we put our best players first. And we put our best players on the starting lineup because this was going to represent our team. And this is how we're going to get the best results. But not here. And not here is crazy because it's like a lot of the people who are the tastemakers, who do make taste in the city right now, they was like either artists or somebody who was artists. So it's really weird to me to see like how you can have people that you know your whole life who was fans of your shit for years stopping you and giving you love, buying CDs off you, but when they get in power, you never hear it again. And it's not just me. I see a lot of people I know who they own, let's say it's 30 other rappers they know that they grew up with. They don't even, none of their friends even on that list either. Now, it's not just about their friends, but a lot of these people got friends who've been grinding a long time, or people who coming up, or motherfuckers who nice, who just need the opportunity to be able to get to the next point. Because some people, they got music, but they might not got the video. Some people got video, but music ain't all that. Like, it's a give or take. That's the struggle of being independent and us trying to make it. And with the internet being the Wild Wild West, it makes it even harder for a person to get recognized, because like as they say, it's like being a sand at the beach and you want people to look at you. So this city, it does a horrible job at putting its best artists forth, right? And like I said at the beginning of this is not a conversation about the artists, because as I said, shout out to all the artists who made the list. You know what I'm saying? This is your time. Enjoy your shit. But this place, when we look at the history, I'm talking about like of the last 10 years. When we look at Raleigh in the last 10, let's say 8 years, when these lists been coming out, these lists don't really represent the best of this place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people, a lot of the artists, men and female, who really eat, sleep, and breathe this shit, you don't see them. You know what I'm saying? Even if the people making a list and everybody around the list know these people. So that's why a lot of people around me should be like, yo, I think it's intentional that they annoying niggas. I think that certain people, if you a lyricist and you really got multiple styles, or you a hybrid, you something different than what's around, you know what I'm saying, than just everybody else, you know what I mean, then you need to understand that that's what I call boxing out. It's like an intentional blindness to what you're doing. And this conversation is crazy because at the end of the day, I listen to a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of shit is not impressive. And a lot of shit don't really sound that good, you know what I'm saying? And then some shit do, you know what I mean? But I never get to see the real artists. Now, if we put our best artists first, for one, the competition will be better. If we got a top 20 and it's really the top 20 that's really like really good artists and shit like that and really doing their thing, because in reality, when we do these lists, ain't nobody out of here. In reality, everybody on these lists, as my nigga Tat would say, we all in the same pool. Ain't none of us in the Olympic pool yet. So in reality, it represents that. So instead of it, I get both sides. I see niggas, everybody be all this animosity about these lists, right? And all this animosity because we feel like we don't make it. I used to get mad about it. I don't get mad no more about it, because you got to think about it. If you look at this shit logically, since 2006, I've been grinding, standing on corners, doing all this shit. We know the story. I done put out all this music. I'm probably like the symbol, the flag symbol of what it means to really follow your dreams and never give up, and go through all this turmoil to get to where I'm at today to be able to make music. You know what I'm saying? And I've never made a list. So when I talk to other people, I tell them like, yo, don't take this shit personal. You know what I mean? Clearly, this place doesn't respect the people who really genuinely love this shit and who really putting forth in this shit. Like the real motherfucker, the motherfucker who changed the world, like them niggas in Raleigh who really could sell 1 million records on their first album, them niggas ain't on most of these lists. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that none of the people on these lists can make it, because you seeing they getting recognition. I'm just saying that, you know, them diamond artists, this place has a horrible job at recognizing true talent. So if it's the NBA, this how it's like. Raleigh is like the NBA during the phase when Jeremy Lin came in and tore the NBA up. It's because if the metrics and the scales of the city's music understanding and true opinion of music and real ears, then the city metrics is upside down. So now, are we getting the best artists, or are we getting just what the people who in the background are creating? You feel me? So my only question is, it's skills over politics. And I understand politics is in every business, right? So, what's good? So, it's a lot of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I think of Raleigh, I think about like, really? If y'all want me to be honest, for people that watch me all over, which I don't know about Raleigh, is that Raleigh is Atlanta on steroids, right? Because we got everything. You know what I'm saying? We got all the talent, we got all the beat makers, we got all of this. And it's been like this, right? When Raleigh finally gets a chance to pop out, when it's not just tastemakers and opinions of a couple of people, which that's their opinion, right or wrong, indifferent, right? But instead of just civilians making choices and get some real music educated motherfuckers and different labels and hands in the middle and some real move makers, you're going to realize that the people, is so many people out here that there was a misjudgment of talent and understanding in the city. And that's why I said, like, it's not even about frustration, but let's be real. If you one of them people that feel like you ain't make them lists and your name ain't on that list, you've been putting that work in, then I just tell you, like, understand. Then if you ain't on that, if you one of them niggas who really putting work in and you ain't on that list, ask yourself why, right? And some people say, bro, you ain't do this, it ain't about that. You know what I'm saying? It's certain niggas, rather if you grinding, going to all the shows, doing all this shit, what is it about? So the question is, that's what everybody who called me like in the last hour, I got like 13 calls and they like, bro, what's the metric? What it's about. And so that's why I always say at the end of the day, after all of this shit, after all of the work somebody like me put in, and I ain't never made one list, what does that say? What does that say to that person? Right? It would tell a person that it's kind of like, fuck you, right? So I understand how all of the artists who disappointed and all the people in the city feel, because I've been through, that's what it mean, I've been through every emotion. I know what it's like to be 15 years in and to not even get a mention. When motherfuckers gave up, forgot their dreams, and never even did nothing. You feel me? But what was more important was at the end of the day, I kept going through it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let's see how somebody feel. And then I get back to it. Because you got to realize that this shit ain't about that. It's about putting your work in and grinding. What's good, bro?
Yo.
What's good?
Not sure what's the word.
Not nothing much. You got something you wanted to say about the list or whatever?
Yeah, no, I ain't never met you before, but I'm Big Mouth Media, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We put out the list. You know what I'm saying, that you're talking about or whatever. So I was just tapping in, which I ain't never heard before though. Where you on? You from Raleigh, New York? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from Raleigh. I've been out here for a long time. When niggas was probably still in high school, we was selling CDs on the corner. Now, like I said earlier, it wasn't about, for me, about dissing niggas. I'm all about being honest. I'm saying in the list, I said, I don't know if you caught the beginning, I was saying let's put all of these lists together for, let's say, the last 8 years. Not just singling out your list or the Big Mouth Media list or one list at all. I'm saying there's people in the city who've been out here grinding, and y'all can say y'all don't know who I am. I'd be like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people know me from being outside.
I ain't saying it like that. There's too many rappers for me to, like, you know what I'm saying, know who everybody is. So it's a lot of people, like, even with the list, though, I feel like that be the whole beauty of it, like people saying their opinion, because now I get to look and say, oh, damn, I might have did make a mistake, or we might have did make a mistake. I ain't even never heard of this person right here, but he got a lot of people tagging the page. So it's like I don't even look at it like that, though. But I still, I had seen the comment where somebody had sent it to me or whatever. He was like, he felt like it was a sneak diss. I was like, I was trying to see like where you was coming from.
Okay, so Shelton, I'm gonna talk directly. So I knew Shelton since I'm 30, about to be 36. I knew Shelton since I was probably like 17. So Shelton, the person, when I think of Big Mouth Media, I think of Shelton. Shelton, somebody, when he first got into his DJ shit, he was at my crib, I was showing him how to DJ. He sat around me buying CDs off me for years. So when I think about Shelton, I know the whole family, all the parents know me, right? So when I think about what he said, when somebody commented on the list and was saying like, he mentioned me and another person and was like, it was his opinion of why they didn't make the list. Because it's all opinion and what niggas feel. And then Shelton was like, and then Shelton was like something like they go by numbers and shit. And I was thinking like that sneak dissing in some sense, because Shelton know me personally. You know what I'm saying? He used to be at Walmart like 10 years ago. It's 20 niggas behind the line behind us, and he cut the register all about to get fired. Like, bro, you think you the best? Because we go back to high school. He used to rep the battles. You know what I'm saying? So when Shelton made his comment, all I was saying is when Shelton responded to bro post, Shelton was saying it's about the numbers and it's about certain shit. And so I was like, damn, Shelton, that's kind of sneak dissing. I don't see none of Shelton homeboys, and I'm using him as an example, or the Coco Filipinos. I know these people because Coco, before she was doing this, because I'm talking about all these lists, she was working with engineers and producers like Major. Because that's how long I've been around. I know the Ozones. We talking about, I've been around for about 3 generations of rap. And I'm not knocking the list. If this is your opinion on this list, I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong for having your opinion or even to disrespect you. That's why I said, shout out to everybody who made the list. But on a deeper level, it make other artists feel, right? And that's not your problem. It make other artists feel like, well, damn, how can somebody like me who been around for 15 years when niggas won't even rapping, when I was standing outside getting physical money, selling physical units, never make a list? That's not a shot at you or other guys like me who've been grinding for a long time. And some of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I feel like even with the like even with the list, like you said, everybody, you know what I'm saying, got their own opinion, whatever, and one opinion is not law, you know what I'm saying? I know our list not law, whatever, just, you know what I'm saying, our opinion, we a blogger page, you know what I'm saying, we cover music and pretty much how we felt or what we thought about it. But long story short, it's the list really about kind of like what's going on right now. I know you say you've been doing it for like years, but what's going on, who we buzzing, you know what I'm saying, who we think got momentum, you know what I'm saying, really like that's kind of getting slept on. But, like, and I know numbers be fake too. I know numbers be fake, but still I can still tell the numbers is manipulated though. You know, so I can look at the comments, look at the likes, get good, you know what I'm saying, perception of what's going on. Even with I got follow you on Instagram. What's your Instagram name? So I can check you out, see what you got going on.
My joint is Willie Walker BH1551. You know what I'm saying? That's at Willie Walker BH. My music name is Willie Walker BH. You know what I'm saying? I've been around for a minute. I'm not saying that, oh, just because I've been around for a minute, that's supposed to mean something. You feel me? I'm saying it on the aspect. I speak vocally for like a lot of people. Like, I don't know if you ever seen, like, I do a lot of morning convos about the music in the city, history and shit like that. So I speak in general. It ain't really about me. I speak in general because I got a lot of phone calls today from artists feeling like they felt like they should have been up there. You know what I'm saying? Now, regardless of...
I feel like that's good, though, really. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I was telling you the other day, we got an open line of communication, though. I feel like we don't have communication, like what's going on. It's a lot of rappers out here. I want to talk to people. I want to know like what they think, how they feel. Because like I was telling somebody earlier today, the Carolina scene, I feel like a lot of the Carolina scene is missing the internet presence. You know what I'm saying? You might got a crowd in real life. You might make good music. You might be the best rapper in the world. But it ain't really all about making the best music too, though. It's a lot that comes into play besides just making good music.
Yeah, but see, that's okay. Let's get into it then. So let's be real. What's the metrics? Like, we can say numbers, but where's the niggas that actually know music? Like, what I mean by that is like, we got the numbers. If we just go by the numbers, just like in basketball, we gonna miss some talent. We gonna miss a lot of talent because it's a lot of talent who's not being developed, or when I say, or not even getting the exposure to it. You know what I mean? For me, I ain't looking for justification or anything for anybody, because if we say numbers, like I would say, okay, if we look at the last couple of years, even Facebook, before they changed it in the last year, I had 5-6 videos getting 25,000, 30,000 views a year. And just here, right? So when we say numbers in my Spotify's, and I got all these Spotify's, and when I say I probably got like 19, 20 albums, it's not a question. The question is, go outside. Like, when we start companies, for example, and depending on what you know about the city and how long you've been out here, depending on how much you really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the room sitting with, I know the Shicers and all of them sitting in the room from back in the day. I know the zones. I know the people, the links that had the studios that had this place actually progressing in the years, SYLA movements, you know what I'm saying, before we get to now, because we got to remember the internet presence, right? This internet shit is what, 5-7 years long? But what about everything before that Raleigh was based on? So if we only going off numbers, where's the niggas who know music, who actually trying to create the buzzes for some of the niggas that got talent who might not be heard? You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying that's what we do, right? That's what we do on Big Mouth Media, though. Like I said, we a blog. You know what I'm saying? All we do is like we got that list. We taking that list, and tomorrow we starting a tournament. We teamed up with another blog in Texas, in Houston, Texas or whatever. They called it Texas Talk. So he did the same list. So the list really turned into an actual seeding. So you know what I'm saying? The number one person on my list is going to get for 20 on his list. So what we doing is cross marketing. You know what I'm saying? We doing a collaborative post on Instagram. So everybody that's gonna vote, it's gonna be a Houston, Texas fan base, and it's gonna be a Raleigh, North Carolina fan base. So they cross marketing. So that's what it's really all about, though, getting everybody some looks outside of the Raleigh market. But even when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, when you say really know music, I don't know if you're saying like the business or just like the sound of it, though. But everybody gonna have their own opinion. Yeah, everybody gonna have their own opinion about what's hot and what's not hot. So when everybody got their own opinion about what's hot, what's not hot, like the only thing that really matters is kind of like how many people really listening to that joint, though. You feel me? Because like there's people that's right now that's hot in real life, you know what I'm saying, that's doing millions of views, that's really lit, getting paid shows, but I don't think they hot. I don't think they music all that. There's people in Raleigh, you know what I'm saying, music that's better than them. But at the same time, it don't really mean nothing if ain't nobody really listening to it for real. On the business tip, though, I'm talking on the money tip on the business. I ain't gonna say they message don't mean nothing. I'm pretty sure they might.
Not to cut you, I would say it speaks volumes. See, everybody who's watching this on my page probably thinking, see, I respect you for coming up here and even speaking it. And if that shit is cross-marketing, that shit fly. I got nothing to say bad about it. You know what I'm saying? I congratulate you on what you're doing, because even this conversation, if your list made us talk, you did your job, bro. Right? But to the people watching this platform, they looking at this shit like, well, how the fuck you know Shelton and you never heard of me? when this is a nigga that actually, when he started deep, like, you gotta think about this. The people that know from the north side, that know Shelton and know the love, they like, you don't know me, then it speaks on like Shelton Perry's character. For like, when I know niggas and I go places, I speak on shit. You know what I'm saying?
Say that because you can't say that though. I feel like you taking it personal because it's like it's a millions of rappers. It's like when we having these discussions, it's like a lot of other people that like, damn, this person should be on the list. But I don't see who we could take off to put this person there.
Nah, I'm saying it from the aspect of when we talk about what I'm saying is, so okay, we got Shelton. I'm just using Shelton as an example. If this is somebody that you work with, if I was just a regular rapper that knows Shelton, nah, this somebody went to high school. This nigga used to make noise and everybody come to the circle on Millbrook because Millbrook is rap high, and then we sit there and battle. And it's somebody that came to my house 100 times, bought 20 albums off me. So that's what I mean. Like, think about how it looks from the back end. Because, see, this city is very one-sided. We'll look at the south side. Just like, I'm from Jersey and Raleigh. I grew up on Davie Street. I left when I was 13, came back when I was 20, right? The funny part is, this shit, what is it? We know that when we look at the music, it be south side bias. Even though we know all of the people that's been grounded a long time, a lot of them live on the north side. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that we know who really been pushing, and I'm not saying because, like, and I be clear about it, I'm not saying, oh, you've been rapping a long time. I'm like, no, nigga, like, we talking numbers, we talking bars, we talking persistence. So when we can say, when we can go live, and I was up here with Rome and T. Allen before, and it's like, when we can go live, y'all can have that conversation with me, and I am the model of this city when it come down to consistency. 15 years, albums, mixtapes every year, dropping every year, then what are you telling the youth? And see, you might not understand what I'm saying. I got 4 Facebook pages that's decked out. You know what I'm saying? I put up 100,000 streams last year. That's why I say, is when we say numbers, it kind of make me feel like, what's the true basis of it? Because it's not a shot at you. I'm saying, look at the bigger picture. If I'm the most consistent rapper in this city in the last 15 years, never stopped and never dropped other than maybe Shice, right? And I think Shice would say,
but
bro,
but why you feel like you the most consistent? And then, like, even with the list though, it's not
because
just about one
like,
thing though.
Because I put out 27 projects before 2020. I mean, you feel me? Like, I want you to, I'm not just speaking on some, I'm not speaking on cat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, put it like this, because I want to be clear. Let's say you live on the south side and I live on the east side of town. But on the east side of town, I'm selling hella units for years. Do it mean I'm not buzzing because you never heard of me because you don't stay on my side of the city?
Nah, but I'm pretty familiar with like the rap scene though, and like Raleigh and the whole Carolina. I feel like even if you put out 27 albums or whatever,
so how in tune are you then? If you don't know me, if you never heard of me, how in tune are you really? Let's be real.
So are you saying that I'm not in?
No, I'm saying that when we had this conversation, you are like, after this conversation over, you gonna have phone calls, talk to people, say like, you know Jers, or you know, bro, you know Willie Walker, because that's what I go by. When you say asking consistency, I'm talking about music, I'm talking about bars, I'm talking about, when I say consistency, I'm talking about music every year consistently, I'm talking about getting it to the people every year consistently, I'm talking about footwork, standing on the corners with a street team consistently, I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about all of the shit that it takes to be a real independent label. Because y'all don't have no love for, not when I say y'all, not you, bro, I'm talking about in the city, it seems like it's no love for a real independent. That means that we don't want the money from the major labels. You feel me? Like if I'm standing on the corner and we sold 200,000-300,000 CDs on the street, then it's not about the Facebook presence. It's about what's going on in the streets, right? So that's why I say I speak the way I speak, because like when you go outside and you talk to niggas, they're gonna say, bro, you talking to somebody who really, really stood on corners, and a nigga who really lyrically certified, who really been in the rooms with all the niggas everybody look up to, and for real. Like, and it's not to be funny or boasting. When I say consistency, I'm talking about like 15 years. What's consistency if it ain't about doing it? What's consistency that you ain't consistency about doing it a long time?
Nah, I mean, that's good that you've been doing it a long time, but it's like also at the same time, it's like who got the motion though? Like you could be doing, a lot of people do stuff for a long time, but it's like really who in though? Like who really making noise? Like who really, like I could tell what real views is. The people on the list is getting real views, you know, so they got real motion. You feel me? They got like people really like tapped in.
I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, okay, so even like, I give you an example. I got a song with Shooter this year.
It's kind of hard for me to let me see if I need. Okay,
you saying you in tune? I'm saying that you saying you in tune, but are you in tune with the whole city, or are you in tune with just a certain side where you at?
There's no way that there's new rappers every day. Like, there's no way I can know every single rapper. Like, that's not even possible. It's gonna be a new rapper tonight. It's gonna be a new rapper tomorrow. There's no way anybody can know every single rapper. What's your name on Instagram? So I'm about to look at your joint and tell you what I think off the rip. What's your name?
At Willie Walker BH1551, bro.
WILL.
Yeah, IE. WAK. Listen, I'll give you an example. It's a million things. This is the thing we need to understand about business. When I talk every day, because like a lot of artists ain't really on their business, bro. I own the label. How many artists in Raleigh make the beats, mix and master, and do it all and do it at a good level? Now, that's not just speaking for me. See, that's what I'm hearing. Why it's most of the niggas.
Walker, what?
Willie Walker 1551. Willie Walker BH at 1551. Right? We talk. That's what the thing that killed me about. You see this? You can see the screen. I'm gonna show you. See this? There's many platforms. There's Spotify, there's YouTube, there's Instagram. Not everybody use all of them the same. If you know your business, I didn't like YouTube because they paid the least. They paid you the least worse than anybody. Spotify, they kick out their bread. It's a lot of bullshit. But for example, when we say that's one project, when we say numbers and aspect, I'm speaking on me right now, but I'm saying at the end of the day, I mean, it don't really matter, like, personally. I want to be clear on that. I'm speaking for the crowd.
Even if you're doing those type of numbers, though, when people doing those type of numbers, a lot of times that traffic spills onto other platforms. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's very uncommon for you. If you're doing that many Spotify's and they real, you should be doing at least a certain amount on YouTube. You should be at least getting a certain amount of looks on all these.
Okay, let's talk business.
The
let's talk business.
real numbers.
That's not true.
Real numbers spilled into real.
But see, that's you assuming that you understand the business. Let me give you an example. If you're YouTube, when we dealing with YouTube, we dealing with emails, right? So that means that when I was out selling CDs, we wasn't into the internet shit. Like the real niggas who came up for a long time, grinding, really can make music. We didn't care about the internet because we was more about making the money physically. Fuck a stream when we getting a 0.2 of a penny when I'm getting $10, $20 a CD in the streets, right? When we doing this, because it's funny that when we doing this, the business is, all I gotta do is get people to sign into my YouTube. You gotta direct your energy and understand that. But if you don't care about YouTube, there's other platforms like Facebook. When I say every year I was putting up the 30, 40,000s on videos and shit that I was putting up each year. There's many platforms. The question is, are you monetized, right? So the question is, the nigga that get 1 million streams on YouTube, he get a check for like 700, if you're lucky, maybe somewhere from 6 to 1,000, right? A nigga sell 50,000 copies in the street for 20, who really won? Because you're only getting about 5 bands off of that 1 million if you on like a title, or if you know what I'm saying? So that's where the game is fucked up.
No, I understand what you're saying, but the game be changing. Like, you kind of speaking from like an old school perspective. Like, the game is changed now. Like, the streaming, that's what it is now. YouTube, Spotify, that's just what it is. That's title. I mean, that's what it is. Like,
bro, it's not what it is. Let me give you an example. Nipsey sold 50,000 hard copies. Nipsey sold 50,000 hard copies. In today's time,
yeah, but people don't. People don't like sell CDs like that no more though. Like, it's not about that. You living in old school. I feel like that's all. That might be the problem.
What's more important, bro? That's what I mean by black man. What the fuck is on our mind? If I'm selling 30,000 units for $20 and $10 a CD on the street, and niggas worried about some streams, the nigga who got the same amount of streams as I got sales, he broke. He broke. Because if he just sitting there,
but listen,
you feel me? So I think what's
bro,
the
like,
objective of the game? Is it to be popular, or is it actually to get money?
I'm telling you, bro, the way technology is, bro, how many people riding around listening to CDs, bro? Like, that cars is getting outdated. They even have CD players. Like, back in the day, people used to have actual CD players in the car. They personal CD players.
You're telling me from your personal opinion. I'm telling you from being on the corner. See, that's what I mean by it's a difference. So I'm saying that niggas same thing. No, I'm saying niggas said this shit 10 years ago. Niggas said, won't no CDs, right? And we were still outside getting physical cash. So you telling me what you think because you following the industry that you see on the internet and you making your opinions that way.
Look, listen, I'm pretty sure somebody got a player, but that's getting washed out, though. That's not the common thing. That joint is outdated. I feel like you can't understand that. I mean, you feel...
No. Because I'm trying to explain that to you. I understand technology. I'm asking you, I'm asking you, do you understand it? What I mean by I understand it is, what's the real main purpose of getting everybody on streaming? because it takes the artist out of dealing. There's a middleman called digital distribution, right? So if you streaming, at the end of the day, we don't have the technology to go get them streams, bro. We can own publishing companies, but we don't really know all the avenues that it takes to get this electronical money as we supposed to. So are we supposed to be following the trends that the world give us to set us up for failure as the artists? Or are we supposed to be building empires and getting fucking popularity? It's a lot of niggas popular, they ain't moving no units. It's a lot of niggas popular, they can't fucking rap. So that's why when I challenge that shit, I'm a nigga that sit in for like, when I say 3 generations in the rooms with all these people, I'm not, like I said, regardless if I get a list of yours or anybody else, my number's still gonna move. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been on Facebook forever.
I understand what you're saying. Like, the music business is a hustle business, but the CD joint is outdated. Yeah. Like nobody's riding around listening to CDs no more. Even if it is, it's way fewer of them that's actually doing that than people that's putting up
like on a general perspective.
On a general perspective, yeah. All I'm saying,
respect that. That's real.
I'm pretty sure it is a couple. It's not extinct all the way, but that joint dying out.
It's dying, but that's why we dying now. Let me show you how you capitalize. And this is just.
But still, in this type of business, you gotta adapt though. Like you gotta adapt. Like I'm not even trying to be funny or say nothing. Like I just looked at your music, like your videos on Instagram. I seen a video that got like, 51 views. The young boys that's on that joint, them boys getting 7,000, 10,000 views.
But see, you gotta understand. But see, you need to understand the difference in generations. Listen, you can't put the metrics of the the metrics of the young niggas on the older niggas. So you doing the same thing. Put it like, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm saying that you looking at this from a biased perspective, because to the young boys, they came in Instagram getting followings. When we was coming up, we was outside in the field, not just like selling CDs. I'm saying actually going to studios, actually traveling. It wasn't the same.
I understand that, but at the same time, like it still is what it is. Y'all still on the same. Y'all still playing in the same game, no matter how old they is or how long. Y'all still playing in the same game.
Not really, because the independent game, the true independent game in the music industry is 2 different games. But the independent in the music and you got independent, and then you got music industry, and then you got fake independent. Like shout out, no disrespect to Young Dolph.
On that
Dolph wasn't independent. These are niggas, and most niggas that we think are independent got label deals for distribution.
Everybody on that list is independent. Nobody signed to a major.
No, I'm saying, but it's people up here.
Are you signed to a major?
No, I'm signing myself. I own a label. I do everything.
Right, so they're to a major either. So y'all pretty much.
So my question, hold on. You went on my Instagram, go on my Facebook and type Willie Walker BH, little black boy. Type those videos. See my numbers. You can tell if somebody's paying or not, like you said, by the comments. See, I want you to understand where you're coming from. I'm saying that there's 10 digital platforms. Not everybody trying to play ball on all of them, right? Because it's many ways. Some niggas got famous on TikTok, never been on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I'm saying that when you go on Instagram, my Instagram is like, we've been upgrading Instagram of late in the last couple of years, but you got to understand that niggas didn't care. Instagram was lame to us.
Yeah, but even if you was doing numbers on the other platforms, if they was real, spilling over to YouTube. That's all I'm saying. If they real numbers, they should be spilling over to YouTube.
YouTube, but that's the thing. That's not all people don't search all platforms. I know people that don't use YouTube. I know people that don't use Apple Music. They only use Spotify.
People trying to listen. If people listening to your music, bro, they gonna type that shit on YouTube. Bro, ain't nobody really going to Facebook searching for music like that.
Not now. Okay, that's what I mean. That's why I say how long you really been doing this? Because
talking about right. We're not talking about
that. Right now is determined by what happened yesterday. Just like today determines what happens tomorrow. So I'm saying that if we go back 10 years ago on Facebook, niggas was more on Facebook than they was on YouTube, because you can get the views, right? If you've been paying attention to Facebook,
but we're talking about right now. We're talking about what it is right now, though. We're not talking about 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 15 years ago. We're talking about what's going on right now.
I understand that, but so all this shit I'm talking about that I'm showing you happened last year or what's going on now. I'm talking about 2021. So, and regardless of what, put it like this. I get where everybody come from, or like when I had a conversation with Rome at the end of the day, regardless of opinions, everybody in the city know that on some music shit that motherfuckers know me, bro. If you don't know me, I'm not gonna trip, because I don't know you like that. So I know you're not tripping, because I ain't never really met you.
But listen, bro, I'm not even saying that your joint not fire. Your joint probably is fire, But even like you said in today's time though, it's not even all about the music being fire though. It's like so much other stuff that comes along with that joint. And that's part of the music game, whether people like it or not. Like having the internet.
But it's a lot of shit that come with it. We talk about homosexual shit. We talk about bad deals. Like, think about it. You want me as a real motherfucker? Like, we talk as rappers, but we never talk about educated black men or men that's trying to own. Because I'm talking about ownership. Most of the niggas in the city, I know them coming up. They went and got deals. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But
ownership ain't really got nothing to do with like that list or, you know what I'm saying, or, you know what I'm saying, where you rank at in business.
No doubt. I get what you're saying about it. It's not like you dissing it. You saying like that you looking at music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so I don't disagree. I'm just saying buzz, bro. What is buzz? I know for a fact that this place misjudged. Tusi was here. Nobody knew shit about bruh. So it clearly say that just like the NBA, niggas don't know talent. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we was one of the probably first ones in North Carolina to do the interview with Tusi. I know we been knew about Tusi before he even popped. Tusi not even the same guy. Tusi used to be like, wait, I mean, he probably the same guy, but when first time I used to see, he was chill. He's a case had a little flag around his head. He was chill, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was older than him though, so he probably didn't really. But now when I see him, like he done grew as an artist, as a person. But we been knew about Tusi.
Yeah.
It's the interview on YouTube.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. I mean, I do remember y'all actually having like some shit.
I can Shice. I been know them. Ike, my cousin. Ben knew them. I know
Shice and them. That's what I'm saying. But we gotta be real. Like outside of this conversation, bro. Let's be real. This shit about
right.
Hold on. I'm saying that when you say that to me, only thing you speak to is I know all of these guys like Ike, Shice. I know him. You know what I'm saying? GK, I know him. These like my niggas. I know him. Like outside shit. And when it comes down to this shit, this city is about politics, bullshit, and popularity. The music industry is about popularity, but that's at the same time we don't have to follow that format. So when I say independent, I'm not saying
when you doing real numbers, and got your own movement, none of that stuff really. You know, people gonna come find you. Like even with Tusi, like Tusi probably reason why he probably be feeling like he don't really owe North Carolina nothing. Tusi didn't pop for North Carolina. He didn't just pop because of North Carolina. Like he popped because he had a strong movement.
Why though? See, let's talk business. Tusi, when he got on with South Coast, the baby was the biggest thing in the fucking world. If they let one of your artists that's dope that you know travel and open up for the baby for 70 shows, the biggest way to build a buzz is through touring. So if you can tour with a major artist and you dope, because he dope. I'm not saying he don't deserve it.
But he wasn't even opening. He was opening up for like, I think he went on tour like Roddy Wave. He might have went on tour with Polo G. He went on tour with like Summer Walker. He wasn't even with the baby. He came up. He was on tour, but not with the baby. He was with Summer Walker, Polo G, Roddy Wave. Like that is a big thing.
He was on tour though, right? So that don't put him in a local perspective because there's politics and money involved. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's what you got to do though. That's what you got to figure it out. That's what you need to do. Like it ain't easy to pop. You got it. That's what stuff you got to do.
Yeah.
So as soon as he got signed with South Coast, he started going on them big tours. DJ Academic started posting him. You know what I'm saying? Everything's.
Hey, hold on a second. I'm not knocking you. Somebody said in the comments, Shep, I know Shep, he was I guess he was asking me, am I saying that the artists on the list don't deserve it? First thing that I said, so just so I can say this at the beginning of this post, for the people that just tapping in, the first thing I say is everybody on the list, congratulations, you deserve it, because we all want our flowers and want to be seen, you feel me? I'm an artist first, so I understand the feeling. There ain't no need to get up here and trying to throw salt on niggas' names and that ain't it, because why not them niggas shine for getting some love? We just speaking about, as I'm speaking on from my point of view, and bruh who got the list, he telling you why and his opinion. So it ain't about me saying that niggas don't deserve to make it.
Now even I'm reading the comment now too, even with Sherry, she's saying is clearly about views. Now views most definitely do got a, you know what I'm saying, a big role in it, but I'm also looking at, you know what I'm saying, how many people coming out when you do shows, how many people know you outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Like I know a whole bunch of other blogs and influencers in Charlotte, the 336, how many people I see you actually tapping in with. Like, but views don't get twisted. Like views is a lot.
So
that's what how you gonna judge something if you're not looking at views?
So
views matter.
So I'm saying, okay, if that case, everything that you can throw at me, I agree. But
let's
play tennis.
You gotta know, I know views can be manipulated. You gotta know what you're doing. Like I'm not new to this. I know I can tell what's fake and what's real.
So what about, okay, so that don't matter. That really don't matter. We seen on Facebook, and 2 years ago, I woke up niggas in Spain, these little boys in Spain had the laptop, and they started playing the music, and they showed my laptop in Spain dancing to it, and it went viral in Spain. What love was shown. So when we talk numbers, it's about, we don't realize that certain shit can go viral and do numbers, but don't be in our circumference. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. That's what I mean. Like, you might only be able to see the range of the people in your area where so much more going on. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you lit like that, bro. Everybody trying to get money, man. It's a business. You're gonna be booked now.
I show you.
You're gonna get the bag. You're gonna be getting the bag booked out.
I'm gonna show you. Okay.
You can bring 100, 200, 300, 400 people in Raleigh, but I'm gonna know you because you getting booked. You're gonna be on all the flyers.
But see,
everybody trying.
That's what I mean by, that's called checkmate. We still jumping all of the stairs that it takes to get there. When we say unsigned, when we talk about touring and shows and stages, we really talking about signed shit damn near. Now, I know I know the politics, bro.
Hey, look, get on Instagram. I'm about to go live on Instagram, yo. Tell T Allen come over there too. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That let's talk about it on Instagram. Big Mouth Live. I'm about to go. It should be a nice crowd over there. You should walk away with some followers too. Like, let's chop it up over there.
I'll come over there as soon as I get off this joint. I'll pop in.
All right, send me a DM so I know you're ready. I'm gonna hop over there.
But on some
T Allen, you
shit,
come
bro,
over there too.
I appreciate you stopping by and giving your opinion on that shit. Keeping it funky.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But yeah, so for everybody watching, I can respect it because, bruh, he the person, Big Mouth Media, who do the list. It's always going to be a back and forth in the city. The good thing about this conversation is that people talking. You know what I'm saying? Whether if you somebody like me or you somebody like as Bars Emmanuel or Fifth Shane, like, I know what it feel like to be the guys that feel like I'm grinding, and we're not making a list. So it's not even about, let's be clear. I don't care. I'm not speaking about one list in particular or nobody. We speaking about this shit from a true perspective. Like I was telling bruh, if you sit around somebody that's supposed to be my homeboy and you never heard of me before, I'm gonna start looking funny at my homeboys. That's the rules to this shit, right? Now, it's a lot of different games. Yes, everything he said we can't disagree with, but there's other avenues today. We got the internet game. Internet is the newest game that we could play, but other video games already existed. You know what I'm saying? So I always feel like, first, before we go further, let me say this. I always respect, that's why I say I respect when somebody comes get their opinion, because it's nothing better than hear out the horse's mouth itself. So it's respect to him for coming up and giving his opinion and actually being on some real solid shit about his communication. I think that there is an undertone that doesn't go to Big Mouth Media, because this ain't a shot at Big Mouth Media. This is a shot at the lack of understanding of what it takes for talent and what it takes to get to the next point. I know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? So when I think of the music, everything I did, like every point we can make, the numbers, well, what happened when I had the numbers? You know what I'm saying? It's not about what people think it is. See, when you finally reach that 20,000, you all the smoke and mirrors go away. You know what I'm saying? It's about business. It's about, if they set you down in the meetings and you turn down deals, or you doing it your way, it's all your choice. If you could be on YouTube and you could have 1 million followers on YouTube and be nobody on Instagram and Facebook. And the reason why I was saying this conversation, and I'm glad he brought it up, was saying that let's look at Facebook in the last 10 years. In the last 3 years, they limited us more and more to where they took about 95% of our access as artists off Facebook. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. I would drop a video, right? Because I was showing the other day, let me see if I still got it. I was showing how, because a lot of people don't understand, I would drop a video because Facebook had, it allowed us to be able to reach so many people without being interrupted, right? And I was able to grab a hold of a lot of followers. So Facebook, like, fuck that. We tired of seeing artists prosper and they didn't pay us for marketing and promotion. Now, I'm a business type. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, YouTube don't pay nothing. So you could be nobody on YouTube because you don't be on YouTube, or you new to the, you just now getting on your YouTube shit. Meaning that some people who probably in the ages of 18 to 25, from the time they was kids, like they 6 or 7, they've been building up this Instagram and this YouTube because that's their world. That shit got invented when we was damn near grown already. You know what I mean? So we got real life and then we got digital life. You know what I'm saying? We live in real life, but we judge everything off digital life. So he was like, you know, if people listen to you. So only example I be trying to use is just using me as an example. We woke up and seen a picture of the kids dancing in Spain. Did I make lists? I still never made a list. Now, if I say this for me because people want me to speak up in the aspect of, I ran for 15 years and I ain't made one list. So that's what I mean by, this is not about one person, or I wasn't calling out one person. It's just to show you that it's not about what's really the talent or what's really good for the city. It's just about, and let me be clear, it don't make you wrong. If you make a list and your list got 20 artists on it, that's your right, that's your list. People gonna talk about it because that's our opinions, and that's what we do when we speak on it and have our opinions on this shit. But understand that there's a lot more artists. You know what I'm saying? If you seen my post, let me go back to my list. I always said shout out to everybody who made the list. But I stand on that. I feel like anytime anybody that I know who are part of some movement or some team, and a nigga on their team tell me they don't know me, it ain't no need for us to even communicate like that no more. Because, see, that's what I was telling them. See, people don't know about me. I'm very giving. You know what I'm saying? When I be in situations, I'm always willing to help the next man and do a lot of shit. But it's not about me being personally mad. It's not worth it. It ain't, what the fuck is music? It's just me saying that, okay, I can't trust this person when it come down to speaking up or really marketing me, or we ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he gave up hope, or maybe she gave up hope. You know what I mean? It's a lot that go to this. I only say for the youth. If since 2006 I've been down here on street corner selling music as if Nipsey Hussle, I put out probably like 8 videos last year. Had before this year in 2020, for 2018 to 2020, I put up 100,000 views on Facebook, at least, right? And I never made a list, and every obstacle we talk about, have you ever gone viral? I have in Spain. I showed a video. Have you ever, does your numbers act? People listen to me on Spotify. You know, like when you on Spotify, they play people music sometimes in the middle of other music. So somebody like your song, they can hit heart, and they kind of start throwing your music in their playlist. Also, Spotify also has an engine that will pick up music that's being played. So if music is being played, Spotify will beam it out. He said, well, it ain't about here. But I was just getting in arguments years ago, and no disrespect to them, telling me like, bro, so what, you got to follow on outside the city, but what about home? So now the conversation today is, it's both real points, but I'm just showing you that it's different games that we playing. There's so many different avenues to success today. You know what I'm saying? And now he was saying like, yo, you got to be bigger than your city. You know what I'm saying? People know I stream people in Cali and Texas and New York, New Jersey, Carolina. People know that I that I was one of the artists I'm an artist, yo. And the people that know me and been following me for years, or the people that have seen music, you know I'm an artist. I'm one of the few people in this place in America who dedicated as much time and passion into this shit. You know what I'm saying? Even to the point where it got to the point where I was doing everything, making the beats. And like bro said, so what, you make the beats and is it hot? Right? But it's not about if it's hot. Like he said, you can be the hottest nigga in the world, but don't nobody know you. So what are we about? You know what I'm saying? If we gonna say a top 20 lyricists list, then we can see all the niggas who can spit. Top 20 track rappers, top 20 R&B singers. You know, you gotta break this up because then it makes it more specified, because in some lists, there's some people, let me say it this way. I call it the Michael Jordan theory. If you want to be the king of rap or shit like that, you got to be able to do girl records, street records, contest records. You got to be able to do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And do it well. And it should matter about somebody like me who's been speaking, because what hope is it for the youth who don't want to kiss nobody's ass, who don't give a fuck about doing it? Let me tell you why a lot of people don't know me. Because in the last 4 or 5 years, first of all, I was there from 2006 to about 2015 and said enough is enough. I stopped fucking around with going, hanging out and doing all that shit and just focused on me and got my shit together. I done got more progress in doing this music shit and more love from people that I don't know or that's never seen me. And then we got to be real about the internet and Facebook. Hold on, y'all. This shit die. We got to be real about the internet and Facebook. I'm going to hold this joint. And we got to say, we know we victim to all of this hate just in our own friends and our circles and shit. Think about what we've been through. Most of us got dope-ass music. How hard is it to get our friends and shit to share this shit? Right? So I understand all of the politics, but rather from now to 20 years, I can go live with anybody and everybody can give me all their reasons. I know niggas who fit them criteria and they still ain't make them lists. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. And that's why I said all these times at the end of the day, we was boys and I helped you and I ain't seen you in a minute, or you say little slick shit like for example, and I use Shell as an example. My man commented up there, my man was like on a post when they posted it, And my man was like, yo, what about Lane L and Willie Walker? He was like, man, this shit about numbers and statistics, da da da. Like, niggas getting numbers. It ain't no difference than the other niggas' numbers. You know what I'm saying? If any, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I really am getting the numbers and ain't into the other shit, right? So if you know me and then somebody tag me in it, and you my mans or you know me, like sit around, bought music on me, hop out of cars on me, tell me you fuck with me, right? And then all of a sudden, when all these lists come up and you around, you don't know a nigga, then it's fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need for no apologies. You know what I'm saying? And it's straight like that. Like, I don't care. Like, a lot of people gonna be mad about it, but it's like, I'm not gonna play that fake game. I was real, bro. And if you, and said I know you up here on some real shit, you came to my crib, when you first started DJing, what was I about? Like, yo, pull up on me. Give you advice. If you needed something, doing all that shit. I'm not in the business of sitting around niggas who going to show fake love and shit. You know what I'm saying? I always been solid in 100. So, like I said, anybody I know in the camp, or if you know me and you in the camp and these niggas do lists and you know I'm like that and you don't say nothing or you act like I don't exist, then I know you don't fuck with me like that. And it ain't personal. It ain't about no beef and shit, because that's why I stay away from niggas. I ain't tripping. And that's why I just said, you know what, fuck it, let it be. Because that's why when he said sneak dissing, I was talking about response to Shelf saying, because you know me. You was stopping the lines at stores and hopping out buying CDs. You showed me support, but where the support go? If you lost faith, my nigga, it's all love. It ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, keep that energy. And that's for everybody out here on that shit. At the end of the day, niggas don't know niggas. And that's what I'm trying to show y'all when we be live. I can go live with niggas on all sides of towns who got following. And I can prove to you that these niggas don't know a lot of niggas. You gotta, in order to know, you gotta be like 30 and some change. I mean, you really, and you gotta be out here like, that mean if you really know this scene, that mean you know the links to the major guns, to the ozones, to the ACASs, this shit, to the blacks, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about with the dreads. You know, we talking about real shit. So that's why I said at the end of the day, I cut a lot of shit off. You know what I'm saying? I do shit out the kindness of my heart, but I had to realize that niggas ain't had that same love for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even just speaking on you, bro. Like, I'm speaking in general. Because it ain't about love for me and you, Show. It's just about the politics of music. You know what I'm saying? I know you a solid nigga. I ain't here to assassinate your character. You know what I'm saying? I never do nothing. I still would punch a nigga in his face for you. I ain't mad at you like that. I love you, bro. You know, we go back to high school. But I'm just speaking on the politics of art. So my question is, what is it about? It's not about, so I want to be clear. I'm not trying to disrespect them. I'm just tell how I feel. And it's not just that. It's a lot of people. You know what I mean? When we go live, niggas is not shut, but other niggas is hee ha ha. We don't know who you is. Niggas is fans. Niggas know what it is because I know the difference of what it takes to when everybody against you and you homeless and you still rapping. I know what it's like when you fucked up in the streets and niggas is banging and niggas is still rapping. And I know what it's like when, you know what I'm saying, you working, you got a job, but you spending most of your money to go to the studio and everybody else around you looking like you stupid. I know what it's like to go purchase equipment and to build that shit. And I know what it's like to put not 10,000, but like 30,000 hours in on some shit. I know what it's like to really love this shit and go outside in Carolina when I know for a fact if I'm not the only, but the role I played in this city when it came down to accepting music on the corner, I'm a major piece of that shit. And regardless if anybody want to accept it, we know the truth. We know that niggas in Raleigh was telling me and everybody around me, we don't do this Raleigh shit. Raleigh niggas trash. This is what Raleigh niggas were saying about Raleigh music. And then we seen a lot of people progress and get better, including all of us. And even though everybody wasn't trash, everybody kept telling me on the corner, like the customers, see, we forget about the customer. We got all the people who got opinions, but what happened to the customer? And if it's about the numbers, I respect that. But where's that? Where do we even have one real motherfucker who said, I'm looking for the niggas with the talent? And everybody else gonna jump on bandwagons of niggas who already got something established instead of helping somebody build some shit to where you can say you was a part of it and doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference in this shit. You know what I'm saying? We all, you gotta make your own lane. That's why after a while, like, you gotta think about it. I've been live at least how many times and we done heard niggas say, and bro was respectful, because I respect bro. For real, because I respect his demeanor, his character on how he was talking, and even I was debating with him, not trying to be disrespectful with him. But and a lot of times, other than bruh, a lot of niggas be online acting like they ain't never heard of me. Or acting like, and it's like, bro, but your older sister, your mama, or somebody got the CDs, and I ain't even that old, but that's just how long I've been outside. So I'm speaking in this manner, not to toot my own horn, but to say, if a nigga like me can stand on the corners and sell CDs and get disrespected, niggas walk past us and tell us, nah, we good. And we stand outside every year from spring to summer to where people start respecting it. And we know the music hitting because people coming back up to us telling us like, boom. At the end of the day, what's the objective of hip hop, right? Niggas laugh at me, but I'm the only nigga who got paid off this shit. When I'm talking about like as far as back in the day, no disrespect to nobody. If niggas laughing at me because I'm standing on a corner for over 10 years and getting $10 to $20, if I'm trash, how the fuck I'm getting $10 to $20 a CD? I want to keep spending money with a nigga. It's like the drug game. If you're dope good, niggas gonna fuck with you, right? So the question ain't about if you're dope good no more. So it's like if music the dope game, it ain't about it, because now it ain't about if you're dope good, because now they got fentanyl. So the internet fentanyl, it'll get a nigga high faster, it'll take him to the top and crash him faster. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more cooking up chemists and niggas who really got it. And then at the same time, we got TV projecting us in our own life in the world, showing us, oh, you gotta be a murderer, you gotta kill 100 niggas. Some of us survived that shit. Some of us tired of that shit. Some of us lost all our niggas to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Streets wasn't our goal. It was our condition. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about these lists, I always speak for me, but it's many people like, what's the hope for the upcoming, how should I say, Michael Jordan of rap in this city, when the 9 times out of 10, they're gonna get blackballed or missed. And how many niggas actually was able to pan this shit out? This is a stressful job. How many niggas that even that was rapping since I've been rapping that I know got their own studios, like fully functional, like equipment that, you know what I'm saying? How many niggas since I've been rapping still dropping music? How many people since in my era that was coming up that was dropping? Because we got to remember, how can we say Raleigh now as if the bridge that was built in the last 10 years didn't establish where we going? You know what I'm saying? And that bridge was built by a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? The foundation work done by certain people. Other people's came and added steel. Some niggas added diamonds to it. That's what we did. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what's the hope? If the Nipsey Hussle of your city, the nigga that everybody knows, like when bro, I told bro, we get offline, go talk to people that know you. They gonna tell you like, nah, bro, he really was standing on the corner, and nah, bro, he really was selling units, and nah, bro, like for the last, like he had Major, you know what I'm saying, and a few niggas and his niggas, but yo, you see a lot of them records other than Major, bro made all them beats. Yeah, bro really write all his raps, and yo, bro really put out 27 takes before 2018. And it's like when I be speaking, and I'm telling you, speak your truth, and fuck if they gonna hear you, because if it's true, it's true. Truth gonna speak itself. You know what I'm saying? I say this shit in the aspect because at the end of the day, it really happened. Niggas know it really happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, do it mean that I'm supposed to be better than everybody else? Nah, it don't mean that. Do it mean because I put out all these tapes that it means that I'm the godfather of this place and niggas ought to fuck with me? No. Do it mean, but it's a respect factor. The fact that we all know that I really can rap and write songs, and it's been proven from Little Black Boy to Killing My Buzz to Go Get It to like, come on, like it's how don't I even make a 50? That's what the argument was to my niggas. When I be talking to my homies, I was like, nigga, that nigga top 100, and I won't even be number 99. But yet I put more work in than 99%. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas watch me. Like when it came down to merchant and shit, I was merchant. When we talk physical copies, if they cut the internet off tomorrow, what's gonna happen then? How niggas gonna play your music? See, we so reliant on the internet that we don't realize that the internet is not to our benefit. Black men don't own that shit, right? It's real shit. So what's the goal? That's what I've been asking all year. What's the goal? If I'm standing on the corner getting $10 to $20 a CD and we moving 100,000 copies in 6 months, but see, you gotta understand, when you gotta live and eat and pay bills off of it, you don't see this money like that. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that you need to know. It's different when you just holding it and putting it up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in the city that put work in. But I'm pretty sure that when it comes down to like consistency and passion, like bro said, what you mean by consistent? I mean what the definition means. It's like who been dropping every year? Me. Who's constantly been pushing and fighting for the dreams and never been in turn? Me. You know what I'm saying? Who's been dropping videos, freestyle, just live, like, you know what I'm saying? Me. Any avenue of the shit, so that at the end of the day, then why the fuck niggas ain't even 50? And I can laugh about this shit because it ain't a hurt conversation. Regardless of what any list could say, that don't make your worth. But I want y'all to understand, when I go live, I get phone calls from a lot of people. So a lot of people like, bro, nah, fuck that, bro, you gotta go in. Because rather, if you realize that I speak for the unappreciated, the underdogs that's not the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? I done popped my shit for years, but it's no need to pop shit or even to be boasting because it's not about brag. I'm saying that I'm speaking, even though I'm speaking on my behalf, there's a lot of niggas who feel like me. And everybody on the board right now, the Lane L's, you know what I'm saying, all the Scooter Boos who feel like, you know, niggas been really putting in work. Do we feel like, oh, because, who care about what you used to do? You tell Michael Jordan, nigga, you used to put up numbers, but we don't respect you. No, you respect that nigga. You respect the stats that nigga put on the board. That's the problem with black men. We don't respect each other's stats. You know what I'm saying? You might not know me, but I know the niggas around you. And the niggas around you know that I rap niggas under buses. And niggas around you know, like, he really grind. This not about I'm better or the artist who not on the list better. It's not about the artist on the list. So that's why people can't say, what you saying, the artists don't mean it? No, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even live on that time wave and I don't live on that frequency. Everybody who made that list, I'm proud of you, bro. And I want you to insist in what you do, keep grinding and keep getting your following. But understand, like I said, at the end of the day, if we got a music scene that just got created as far as these DJs in the last 5 years, so which one of them gonna be the ones that actually gonna go find the real art? Because outside of the politics and the popularity and all of the other bullshit, when you gonna actually treat Carolina like you care about her? When you gonna treat her like you want people to look at Carolina in the right manner? You know what I'm saying? So it's those are those conversations. And so that's why I understand why bro got up here, because the list that came out recent, everybody talking about is Big Mouth Media, but I genuinely and honestly won't just talking about Big Mouth. My conversation was about just all the lists. So what hope is it for? We got like the Madison J's. What hope is it for the guys that grind as long as he's grinded, or a lot of guys? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that's like somebody in the city who tastemakers, and none of your homeboys is on none of the lists or any teams you're a part of. So what are you telling all their homeboys that they trash? You know what I'm saying? Like, but and even though let me play devil's advocate. No, that's not what they thinking, or that's not what really going on. But I'm just trying to get you to see, or if you're a tastemaker, that's what people around you gonna take from it. You feel me? No niggas, as I was using Shelt, because not to disrespect them, saying Shelt ain't trying to play nobody. Shelt not trying to disrespect nobody. Shelt not, he just, if that's what he feeling, that's what he doing, that's his business and the shit. And when you get popular, it's gonna come with the opinion. But I want you to understand, all the people you know, the Piastas, all the people in the background, all of the people that's been grinding that ain't getting no love, they're gonna look at this shit like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? We remember when you were sitting in the rooms with us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the perception. So that's what come with it, my nigga. Just like as a label, when I grind and I keep going, it's a lot of my homeboys who's around me that's not around me completely, but I gotta keep going. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Some of them might be mad at me like, damn, bro, I kept going. That won't my intent. But that's the reality of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And no, you don't owe nobody shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, remember, like, it's about, do you believe in people? And I want to make that clear. To somebody like me that's be grinding, when I'm dealing with everybody, I got love for a lot of niggas. But it's a lot of people I know that I can't deal with on that level because I know you don't believe. And if you don't believe, just like if you don't believe in God, ain't no point in you going to church or the mosque or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it the same way. You know what I mean? And it's not about privilege or how long you've been doing it. It's like I'm saying, like, nah, I've been doing it a long time to show you how long my stat sheet is when I talk about to the public. But I'm still doing this shit right now. When I stop dropping, like, never. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas took 4 or 5 year breaks. I never stopped rapping. You know what I'm saying? I done survived through the 90s, the 2000s, the late 2000s, the early, the 2000 to 2015, the 10 to the 2010 to 2020. Most people got to survive. You got to survive that era. So that's why I say it ain't about a list, because the list never made gonna break what you do. But people do want to know that it matters. So that's why I say if you got people around that's been grinding forever who really putting in work and ain't never on this list, yeah, you know, it's kind of like a fuck you. We don't respect the people. We don't respect the people who put in the work and the people that really put this culture forward, who was the seed planters for niggas to be able to step out. And for some people around, older niggas who say, yeah, you ain't that, I fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never need you or no nigga around you. That's the reason why I don't make these lists. When I'm in the studio, I'm in here by myself or with my niggas, and I'm making a beat doing everything. I ain't going out here to get a beat from this nigga, and no disrespect to nobody. So since I ain't mingling that way, that's why it's like you don't exist. Pawns. You know what I'm saying? And then like on some true shit, like I seen T. Allen post about Phil Shane, and I was like, damn, this ain't make it. And now we talking about, so let's say we can understand somebody like me, because I don't play the game, nigga. I'm a real independent. Meaning I'm gonna put up my numbers, I'm trying to market my shit, I got other businesses, and then I'm gonna make my moves. I'm playing chess. I don't give a fuck about popularity. We global, nigga. You know, we on some global shit. And that's how we got to think, a global brand. But when I see somebody like T. Allen them who playing ball, these niggas playing ball. These niggas is playing ball. So that's when I realized, like, I hope that my nigga T. Allen, because all the arguments we used to have, and you know, like I tell you, it's love, bro. It's music. But I hope you can see some of my frustration now, and you kind of getting a taste of what it's like to actually really be stepping, and niggas make it seem like you invisible. You know what I mean? It's a frustration that come with that, T. And see, I know sometimes that we can't see it until it start happening. Or like, you know, Tat would say certain shit to me as well. But it's like, now it's like you stepping now. You out here. T, you in the field, my nigga. Shane out here putting that work in. New video flame too. Because love, respect is shown when it's due. But is it about the music? Is it about the music? And if it ain't about the music, is it about the grind? Because who are our blueprints in this city? Like, who the people that we want other artists to model and to be like? You know what I'm saying? And Shy, I got four phone calls about you, bro. Niggas was like, yo, Shy ain't make the list. My homegirl said it like this, and this is probably the reason why we ain't making these lists. We gonna blame my homegirl. She made a post a couple weeks ago. She said, like, I caught COVID, and I listened to all the rappers from Raleigh music for like 2 weeks. And she named 5 niggas, me, Shy, and like 2-3 other people. And she said everybody else get a job. See, it's posts like that is the reason why niggas don't get love. You know what I'm saying? But they always say, well, don't nobody know you, bro. If you live on the south side, then you need to admit to yourself that you only know about south side shit. If you live on the north side and you know the niggas you live around, then you gotta admit. If you live on the west side, then you need to admit that your world and your circle only exists in that space. You know what I'm saying? And when people, for example, when people say they don't know me, see, I'm very smart about how I do my marketing. In Raleigh, North Carolina, there's only one Fridays, right? So everybody go there, especially back in the day. That shit's like the club, and it's only one. So I don't care what side of town you on, you gotta come over there to go to Fridays, and not for the food because it turned into a club after 10. You know, nigga, everybody know about Club Fridays. And the gas station at night, right across the street from Fridays, which is by all the strip clubs, is one of my spots where we was at every night. So we was hitting niggas from west side, east side, north side, south side, Virginia. We was hitting niggas from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I lived on the west side, you know what I'm saying? And went out there, but I also know on a hustler's level, let's talk business. When I stand on the north side and I sell CDs, niggas pay. When I went to the west side and the south side, the money won't the same. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas, like, it just wasn't like people ain't walking around quick to spend some money on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they broke, I'm just saying that's the atmosphere. On the north side, we gotta stand on the corner and chop it up. And then people are like, oh, I fuck with you, or you gain respect. That's what music about. It's about relationships. If you're a nigga that make music and you popular from the internet, but what about real life? What about all them thousands of people that walked up to me and bought my CD and came back and dapped me up and gave me a hug, or that I signed a CD, or all the CDs I sold, or when I sold them a shirt? Because y'all know in the last 2-3 years, I sold a lot of clothes, including like this one that's under here, this BH joint, right? And when I would sell my shirts, I would put music in there. You know what I'm saying? Or shit like that in the future. When I sell my dogs and they come with a bag and shit, it'll be music in there. See, it's about being creative on business. It's all nice. I'm talking about it's a nigga in 25 different camps that could be that nigga any day. Any given Sunday, it's like if it was football, any given Sunday, any team could win a championship. But it's different levels to this shit, and we don't ever express it or go about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. So the list don't be the issue. That's that man, like Big Mouth Media. That's their opinion. That's their right. Or anybody list, those ain't the issues. But it's just like, damn, we need more people that's actually know the culture. Meaning, what I'm saying, not just the streets, not just one side of town, not just your circle, but motherfuckers who really ain't got nothing to do with this shit but to use their ears. Because it's funny that this is music, but ain't nobody using their fucking ears no more. And I think that shit crazy. Everybody on, please share the video for me. Because we still going in. But it's funny that this is called music, and music is an enjoyment of the ears. But yet this shit about the fulfillment of the eyes.
You know what I mean? The politics don't mean nothing when the game rigged. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say my comments is a shot to nobody who's public. And if somebody feel like that, that's your problem, because apparently that's how you feel. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got no problem with nobody when it come down to their music shit. I'm saying that we need real tastemakers. I'm cool with us having, if we got a board of 10 niggas, I want some people about the numbers and about the politics. Just like I want a couple niggas on the board who basically real street niggas to know what niggas really was outside and what niggas really rapping what they lived and who not. So we can get clarity and realistic and reality. Like in Raleigh, there's a very thin line between real and reality. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas rapping about shit that they never did and rapping about doing shit on the level and the scale that they never did it. And you know what I'm saying? So I think that that's crazy. And let's be real. When we talk numbers, they say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Numbers lie like a motherfucker. All platforms. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, what's the point of us paying Facebook or Instagram? We paying them so that we can get seen. I got 5,000 friends, but if you do the studies, Facebook only let 3% of my friends see my posts. And if after those 3% that see it, if 2 of them comment and pop up on 5% of my people post, then if I get a lot of people commenting like in an argument or something, then it pops up on the board and everybody feels because it likes negativity and controversy. I always add fuel to the fire, man. But see, it's even better when a nigga, it's like when we had these conversations, I only had these conversations from a pure art perspective heart. Not on no, I'm better than niggas. It's just saying like, no, we know that this city is full of diamonds. And it's sad because just like the NBA, a lot of niggas don't make it, not because of talent, because niggas went to prison, niggas life choices, niggas got kids, niggas can't survive. And music take money. So we got to realize that some of the dopest niggas can't afford to shoot music videos. They can do something about it though. And that's what I be arguing with niggas about. You know what I'm saying? If niggas can smoke weed and bullshit and drink beers, you can go shoot a video and do all that shit. So a lot of this shit is a demise. My generation, we did have downfalls. But see, I'm in the middle of the generation that y'all think I'm in. So, because it's 3 generations. Like I said, I'm the product of 3 generations. Not a lot of niggas been out here for 3 generations. Like the Shiesty Brolics, those 3 generations, the J Blacks, you know what I'm saying? The Ikes, these are 3 generational rappers. The GKs, these 3 generational rappers. So these people, you got to understand how much change and turning and shit everybody got to go through. Now, for the new rappers who just came in the game now, you don't got shit to do with niggas being 3 generational, and that ain't your concern. But if you is one of them, you should listen to them rules. If you a new school nigga coming up, then you need to realize, then you need to realize that your goal is to get your music heard. And remember, stop playing that game because their game make them rich and you broke. Like I said, if we go by streams is paying niggas a half of a penny. The objective is to get money. So why is this city laughing at the nigga who got money off CDs and praising motherfuckers who got streams, but did they get the money though? You know what I mean? Because in order to be self-sufficient, it's 2 different games. If you a true independent nigga, your job is that mean you saying I don't need a major label. So that mean that you saying that I'm gonna make all of this happen and I feel like I can compete. That's all that means. And it was a time where all of that shit was so clear about what's the standard. Because when we look at Raleigh, nigga here cooking and talking. When we look at Raleigh, we gotta ask ourselves, who represents this place? What artists represent it for whatever reasons? There's many reasons for it. Some niggas get love because they make dope music and they really in the streets and it's dope because it's real, right? Another nigga can rap the same song, but if he ain't a real nigga, don't nobody want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And he might sound just as authentic, but if the streets know, then it'll be a difference. In Raleigh, there's liquid in the middle. There's the real rappers, and then it's the side of where it's like the gimmicks, and that's the business and all that shit. And so the gimmick shit should get seen, but so should the real shit. It has to be a balance. Other than that, we are teaching the kids in Raleigh to be only one way. Art should be free for expression for many people. If this person make positive music, is he dope though? If this person makes street music, is he dope? You know what I'm saying? That's our objective. So my goal tonight is that I pray that we get in the next couple of years, we get somebody who only focused on art meaning that they got a platform and they also gonna go, you know, as a business, you're gonna go talk to you're gonna interview the people that's buzzing and popping. But like my bro said, what's a buzz out here? What does a buzz mean? Does a buzz mean he hot people listening to him? Because a buzz don't mean successful. Because a lot of time, like cities today, because of this internet and this instant shit, this instant generation, niggas want to star right now. So you gotta wait. People around you, people that know, they want to. When people start seeing these millions of views, then everybody on the bandwagon, like, oh yeah, I know that. But everybody going on the board. But it's the same. This is the exact same nigga that was making music and doing all this shit before the money came. So are we judging our artists off of? Does any state care anymore about the artists that get them pride? You know what I'm saying? But regardless of, some people say, bro, you kind of from both places. I'm saying I put all my work in here, so it's personal. These conversations don't be, like I say, I'm not mad, but it's personal. At the end of the day, everybody who make a list, you got your right, and I ain't mad at you. But for, like I said, for niggas like me that's been grinding so long and putting all this work and fighting, what are you telling a nigga like me that we don't exist, or that people like me who don't play the normal game, who believe that they got enough, niggas who believe that they got enough talent and got enough business savvy and intelligent enough to make moves to be able to own their shit and to really be able to get to the next phase? Because being independent don't mean shit if the music not hot. You know what I'm saying? He said, because it's not about the money. Niggas want the city. Niggas want to be city famous. That's true. It's a lot of niggas out here that's basically selling their soul just to be city famous. At the end of the day, no disrespect, I don't give a fuck what city I live in. I want my city to fuck with me, but the objective is the world. You know what I'm saying? The objective is the globe. So if you grinding and you feel like you really been putting in work, that should tell you, like, you know what, I'm gonna keep putting in my work here, but I'm gonna start putting my energy in. I'm about to go to Virginia for a couple months, or go out there, drop CDs, and I'm gonna market and actually do other places and put your time and energy in these other places that's gonna really give you, you know what I'm saying, that true love that you deserve. But what's the criteria? So that's why my shit is never gonna act right. Hold on, y'all. What's the criteria at the end of the day? What make people fuck with you? Is it money? Is it politics? Is it fuck shit? What is it? You know what I'm saying? So that's my only thing. It's deeper than the rappers. I'm beyond the rapper set. I'm talking to the structure. I'm talking to the shit that's not being handled. The reason why the city don't progress, because for one, for like a nigga like me, all the niggas who been grinding a long time know me. But niggas everybody sit in the back and hush mouth and shit. Instead of speaking up, like, nah, bro, one of our forerunners and our steppers. Because if this music shit is stepping, I was one of the biggest steppers in this city when it came down to work and consistency. That's why when I say I listen to people, and when they say what is consistency, consistency means if niggas grinding for 3-4 years, that's consistency. But imagine niggas been doing that shit for 15 years. That's the true definition of consistency. As we'll say, look, every nigga super hungry they first couple years. It's new to you. You excited. But what happens when it don't happen as fast as you think it's gonna happen, because you might not understand how this shit works? Or what happens when you ain't getting the responses back that you think you're supposed to get? What happens? What happens when you hit them hurdles, when you realize, okay, it's been 4 or 5 years, I gotta learn how to, it's not the music, I gotta get my marketing better, I gotta do this and that. Because it's not about the music. You know, we got, just like it's the internet age, but nobody and none of these niggas that's music makers do no researching and studying about this music shit. Every day niggas tell you not to sign deals, not to sign no type of deal. You know what I'm saying? In reality, if you sign to a company, you know what I'm saying? It's a deal. If you sign and got some money, you got a deal, it's an advance. You know what I'm saying? But that's your business, make it happen. But what happens when it don't work? You know what I'm saying? Because like they said this year, about 10 different interviews, they told you, Dawg said, it ain't about talent no more. And Big U and them said, bro, you could be the dopest nigga in the world, but if you ain't got a couple of niggas to co-sign for you, a nigga to vouch for you in them secret clubs, you know what I'm saying? Then you ain't gonna be as big as, you can't be that big. And the reason why we fail, because niggas ain't got longevity. If it was about, if I give a fuck about what people thought about me, why the fuck am I still rapping now? So when you think about it, it's not 15 years. I started this shit when I was 18 seriously, and it'd be 18 years. If it was just about what people was giving me my credit for, would I still be rapping? You know what I'm saying? But you learn a lot about people when you do this shit. So that's why the way I evaluate people is I evaluate them off their mouth and their actions. You know what I'm saying? So you could be a good-hearted nigga, but still be fucked up in how you handle shit. You know what I'm saying? or not giving that same love and energy back, and you just got to be able to check it and be like, no doubt. But it's a beautiful thing when you can look back in the future. Our goal is like, look, why you think I be on this dog shit too? At the end of the day, this music shit is a financial game. At the end of the day, you figure this money shit out, this rap shit gonna fall in your lap. But fuck a record deal. It's not like, well, if I never heard of you, no. I sat down with 3 labels. And at the same time, if the labels, I got phone calls from execs telling me that I listen to your music. I know you're not gonna take a record deal. You say it all the time in your music, and I know you know the business, so it doesn't interest you. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas is rappers, and we rap. When I started, I was just a rapper. You learn to do other things if you want to survive in the game, to be around. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, like, I'm a rapper. I'm a real rapper, but me making beats in studio, I never thought that shit, but that's what happened when you, like, fuck that. I'm not gonna let nobody dictate what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So I need everybody who's not on the list, shut this fucking city out. And maybe y'all understand what I mean by this toxic ass place. So it's a lot of people that don't feel me, but when you out here stepping and doing your shit, and you know you stepping, it ain't about what other niggas think, because other niggas got penises and niggas got testosterone, and everybody thinking they motherfucking better than each other. That's why we ain't shit. That's why niggas don't see me mingling and chilling and hanging out and giving too much energy. At the end of the day, I'm a genuine nigga. I ain't got time for that shit, because anything I do, genuine. Rather, I get opportunities, I put niggas on. Niggas don't ever put me on an opportunity. And it's love. That's what they mean by, like, I do shit for niggas I know they'll never do for me. And I do that shit with a smile. But at the same time, you also get older and wiser and say, you know what, fuck all that. I'ma show love, because that's what I do. That's who I am, and niggas don't dictate who I am, and it ain't gonna make me feel bad about it. But at the same time, I'm gonna pay attention to the energy and the love of this place. You know what I'm saying? Everything that be happening is people that really make it go. You know what I'm saying? But I could go live with anybody who's somebody who make a list or a personality. We can go live, but if we have a fair conversation and debate, and we start talking music and we start talking numbers, nobody can answer my questions. What's the buzz? What's going viral? See, I ain't even gonna spoil you. I understand it. Niggas be talking about, I understand the business most better than 98% of niggas out here. That's why I'm independent. That's why I'm able to do what I'm doing. Because I took the time to read and to study and to pay attention. But we know, like, come on, bro, you can go viral. I could pay somebody $200, $250, $350, $400, $1,000, somebody who got 20,000 views or 20 million views on TikTok or followers on TikTok. I could pay them $400, $500 to dance or do some shit to my song, and he already got a following, and it's gonna run my shit up. That's business. See, I pull the curtains off this shit because the public don't know. You know what I'm saying? We could all go. If you got the money, you can go on any radio station you want. It's all money. It ain't about if you buzzing or not. It ain't about, nobody's getting booked really because you buzzing. Unless you on already. Because then they'll bring you back. But and even now, today, no. The label spends the money. When Dolph went to goddamn Breakfast Club, he dropped that bag. And then in return, what we get for dropping that bag is for the motherfuckers around us and live in our city, in our state, or the people in the world that follow us or maybe never heard of us, think that we doing it big. Because even rappers with record deals, a lot of them walking around with hardly nothing. And then they're basing it on what they're going to do in the future. So that's why I say, just like the NBA, this place has a bad eye for talent. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know how to ride coattails and know how to jump the popular trains, but niggas don't have ears and eyes for themselves. And that's my one critique from this place and in America. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I pray one day that we will get people that's gonna really get ears and eyes for themselves. But like I said, it's funny that music is the love of the ears, but niggas talking about what they eyes see. What the fuck is we talking about numbers for? We local, right? That's what niggas claim. We local. So if we local niggas, none of us got a deal. What the fuck is we talking about numbers for as if we even on the NBA scoreboard? So we talking about some shit that ain't even in our class. Like niggas in goddamn college ball or high school ball, some niggas in college. Niggas ain't in the league yet, but we going online, we gonna use the metrics with NBA niggas. And niggas in high school and middle school and shit. Red shirt and freshman rookie years and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. We want to jump the gun. Niggas don't know talent, bro. And it ain't about me. I can sit in a room and I can sit back and listen to 100 rappers. And I can listen to about 5-6 songs a piece and just hear them niggas rap. And I know who got talent and I know who don't. And I know who got the talent that might not be showing on them records right now because they got a couple adjustments they got to do. But that's just real spill. Hey, Come take the puppy out. So, but that's why I say y'all understand. I don't have time, like, for me to put in all this work and be a real front runner, not a kind of front runner. From not just making the music, I'm one of them guys, but standing outside and pushing the music to really going hard about it, really putting it in people's faces, doing all of this shit. And at the end of the day, you realize, like my man Major said, bro, you are the most consistent nigga, but the city don't want to champion you for whatever reason. I'm cool with that, but my world and my understanding don't got shit to do with what other people think. Because clearly, if Riley knows so much, why the fuck my numbers go up? And like bro said, I know niggas who got numbers on YouTube who ain't got shit on Facebook. It don't mean that all they views fake or they views fake. Some niggas don't spend no time in them areas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not buzzing on all platforms. You know, some niggas got 2,000 followers on Spotify, and then on YouTube, the niggas got 10 followers. In order for them to get their followers up, because remember, like I said, emails. If you go outside with your CDs and you telling people every day, hey, I give you an album, or you know what I'm saying, in exchange for you to sign into my email, you'll build your following. Because the way YouTube works is that whether they know you famous or not, if I get 100,000 followers, which is email subscriptions really, then every time I drop a video or something, it's gonna pop up on all of those people's feeds somewhere. Depending on how good my video look, and depending on the music, or my fault, y'all. Depending on the music, or depending on the music, or depending on what the fuck is going on, that's what's gonna make a difference. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest and most important factor. And I'm saying, and look, what you mean, Shep? Yeah, no, because I just want to know what you mean, bro. Because everybody's opinion matters. It says does it matter if your name on the list or not? No, it really don't. But I think that because I'm a vocal person, and a lot of people look at me as a voice and speak up, I speak on the things that people see, but it doesn't matter. But just as much as it don't matter, it do. And it matters in aspect because people want to know that they appreciate it, or people want to know that the people that are really grinding in, the people that are really putting out good music, that motherfuckers is getting their flowers or getting their respect. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't care what we do. If you in the streets and you ain't in it for respect, what you in it for? If you in this rap shit and you ain't in it for the money and respect, what you in it for? It's a respect thing at the end of the day. Hey, Lyric. So that's why you can't play this game. That's all I'm saying. For me, you know what I'm saying? I spend my time, instead of sitting around a room with a bunch of black men and niggas who in competition with each other, and niggas who don't want to really hear each other out, and niggas really don't want to work together, and people that really don't want to do the shit that it takes, or niggas who see as other people as opponents, I'm still in this rap shit. Every year I've been in this rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's no need, like people say, bro, I don't get offended, and I don't think it's personal. Not for me. Because it's proven, the numbers show it already. I ain't make no list none of the years. When I made Killing My Buzz and did them fucking 20,000 in a day, I ain't make the list that year. When I went viral, I ain't make the list that year. I'm just using these examples. So at some point you realize, and you be like, man, this shit don't mean nothing. This shit ain't really about much or nothing. This shit ain't really worth the time and energy, but people do have feelings. So a lot of people think I go live, but I'm really speaking for a mass of people that hit me and just be like, bro, bullshit. And the truth is, these lists do be a lot of bullshit, and it ain't about the artists, it's just about the politics behind this shit. And about like, yeah, them people grinding, but it's other people that's grinding harder than them, some of them. And it's other people who really somebody, or are we really, because when niggas say listen shit, are we really checking numbers? Because how can you look at this nigga YouTube and look at my Spotify and be like, well, bro, da-da-da-da. Who are you? You don't own Spotify or YouTube. You don't even got the fucking understanding. Nobody got the understanding how to really break down these metrics. That's why I say that this place don't understand, and nowhere in America, that's why black people don't own shit, and that's why we fucked up. It's because at the end of the day, while we investing all our time, we talk about streaming. Streaming is if you're an artist, we don't give a fuck about streaming. Let me be the first rapper to tell you. Niggas will stream your shit. Instead of supporting you and buying your shit, niggas will go stream your shit. These are two different types of support. If you fuck with me, buy my shit. You streaming my shit, if you buy my shit and play my shit, you show me the truest form of support that you can show me. That's a true fan. When you stream my shit, you window shopping. Because you getting to use my shit, vibe off my shit. I'm speaking for artists. You getting to vibe off my shit, you getting to get all of this, or you getting whatever you come to look for, and you getting to do this for free. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a businessman, we ain't about free sales. Because you can't get rich off free sales. You know what I'm saying? And niggas be looking at me like, nah, niggas should be looking at me like, yo, this bro a genius. Nigga, I figured out 5 years ago that this shit it's a certain way you could play this game, but at the end of the day, let's be real. Sell units. Niggas said 10 years ago when I was on the corner, ain't nobody got CDs no more. Niggas was still buying CDs. You know why? That's why them 90s rappers bigger than all the rappers today still. That's why Michael Jordan and them bigger than all the ballers today, because these niggas was physical icons. These niggas had physical dolls, physical cards, physical tapes, physical shit you bought, physical posters. These niggas is icons because we embedded them in our head. So as for all the fans that watch and be listening, you ain't really supporting us when you go stream my shit. You supporting them fucking white companies that own this shit, that's middleman in us who breaking off the change and the quarters and shit. But why do I got, if I sell 1,000 copies, I gotta wait till they break me off. And then let's talk business. Everybody talk business, but nobody talk business. For every 10 CDs, I think it was every 15 CDs or 10 CDs you sell, they get to keep 5. All digital distribution sites. So if you sell 1,000 copies, after every 10 they keep 5, how much do they really rob you of? The only digital distribution is the new record deal, the new slave. The only reason why I put my music online, because I look at it as the lesser two evils. I got a lot of people, I had followers from Africa years ago, China, Brazil, South America. I want them to be able to get my shit. Because at least they gonna give me their ears and they really gonna listen. It ain't about you looking at me like, no, bro, not like that. He from here. Niggas don't know talent if they handset to watch up on it. I've been in ciphers with everybody, spit niggas out the room. Atlanta with T. Waters and them niggas, with Lincoln all them. I know, I've been in these rooms. That's why niggas kill me when we go live. Y'all talk to me. You can't talk to me like you talk to the rest of these rap niggas. The rest of the rap niggas not jerks. I was in Link Studio when he had shit jumping SYLA, and I was in a big piece of that shit. I was around the ozone and everybody going to zone. Those my niggas. I was involved. I'm not a nigga that's talking. I'm a nigga that was 10 toes in every situation. Are we talking about rap? We talking about beats? Are we talking about engineering? Are we talking about grinding? Like, that's how you gotta be about this shit. See, once you can control, the goal is to control the product, sell the product, and get max profit off the product. If you go in other niggas' studios, do what you gotta do. But your goal is to try to get your own, or because some niggas don't care about doing it, so that you can stop paying costs if you can get nice enough at mixing, so that you can spend your money on other shit. Nobody ever realized how smart I was. Once I got my own studio and learned how to engineer, once I spend my time, I cut the cost of studio. Then all I got to do, I went to school for film, but I can't shoot myself. So I get film done by other niggas. I can pay for that. The mixing and shit like that, I learned how to do that, spend all that time on it. It's less money you have to spend. You can spend all your money on other shit. Clearly, like I be arguing with niggas, I'm live every motherfucking day. People say they don't know me. Niggas know me from the music. On my thing, when we look at my story, my shit be glistening. You know what I'm saying? When we show numbers, it's just numbers. It don't make shit big. You know what I mean? We all know numbers are tweaked. We all know numbers can be paid for. We all know the rules. It don't take from a nigga, because them niggas just playing the game. So I ain't no disrespect to you if that's the game you playing, because so is them industry niggas. Them niggas that we look up to on TV, on YouTube and shit, them niggas drop, and then the label, instead of spending that old $1 million promotion, they can spend about $90,000 and get that shit on all the blog sites. And they get all of them, they hit them niggas, they get like 20 niggas overseas who got 30 cell phones, and they run them videos up in a fucking week to a motherfucking million. And when niggas see that million, niggas get drunk. Or niggas see that 70,000, that 100,000, that 300,000, niggas get drunk. This shit ain't hip hop. Ain't nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? We done got, and at the end of the day, you gotta think about it. I've been saying this. Now, the label ain't even gotta come down here and get us to beef with each other. We gonna do that already because we hate each other. The label ain't gotta come down here and make niggas wear dresses, because niggas will wear dresses just to get attention. The label ain't gotta come down and do none of this shit, because niggas gonna do that shit. So at the end of the day, the higher niggas get in their shit, the more niggas will understand, like, oh, that's what bro was talking about. You know what I'm saying? What bro really talking about, how it's about getting money. Every nigga I talked to online told me about views and streams, but nobody talked to me about who getting money off this shit. Nobody talked to me about a real, so we say buzz. What's a buzz? Ain't a buzz a nigga who really selling CDs? Because that means that them people had to physically meet that man. And I'm just using it, I'm using this shit as examples for the people. But you behind a computer, that make you a celebrity because you got some shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why at the end of the day, my shot back to everybody else who always got something slick to say, they be like, bro, who you? Half the niggas on y'all list, we don't know them either. This real shit. Niggas say, who you? And that's not what, and I'm not talking to Big Mouth Media, because like I said, that was one of the best conversations I had. But when I speak to most niggas that I done been live with, it's like, who are these other people? You know what I'm saying? I remember, and it's funny because when you make the list, niggas get new a little bit. I remember when niggas weren't making lists and niggas was mad like we putting in work. Niggas don't want to show us love, but we grinding anyway, and we gonna keep putting in that work. Niggas know what it is. See, when it's your camp and when it's your niggas, everybody understand. When it's a motherfucker like me, niggas be putting in work. I respect real niggas. Like, when I meet you, I don't give a fuck about what everybody and their mama said about you. I got my own ears. So when you play your music for me, I'ma listen. And I'ma keep it funky. And if I like it, I'ma tell you I like it. And niggas, and a lot of people know I hit niggas all the time. Because at the end of the day, it's about letting motherfuckers know, like, yo, I see you, bro. Because it's a lot of niggas in the city that want to be you or want to be where you at. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that. Just like I was upset when I was coming up that a lot of niggas ahead of me act like they just ignored me. And it made me work harder. So I make sure that when niggas in the city that I see, whether I know them or not, when they coming up, I make sure that I tell them that I like what they doing. Because that's what it takes. But see, the only reason why a nigga like me is the way I am is because I bear witness, I went through it. So I'm making sure that I try my best to make sure that I don't keep a blind eye to people, because I know how much it affected me. It made me work harder. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's all we need to understand. If Instagram is just shit, grind on it. But for the record, let's talk business. Facebook brought Instagram like 2 years ago. So everything that we can do on Facebook, we can kind of now do on Instagram. You put a video on Facebook. If I post my music video, even my music videos that got 30,000 views, 25,000, 34, you know what I'm saying? If I post most of them videos, Facebook will block me. And they'll tell me, oh, you did something against our policy because they don't want us to gain traction no more. All the views, I was monetized back then. So them niggas paid me for them streams from Facebook. A lot of niggas in the city, that's what I see talking. No, a lot of niggas putting out music and dropping shit. They don't own the rights to the music or even getting paid, or some of that shit not even up on Spotify, not even out. Some niggas ain't had no albums in fucking 4 years, 7 years. So that's why I say, like, at the end of the day, the justification is do you. My justification and your justification should be what you getting back from people. Music and business is about becoming a better businessman. And if you got a record deal and you told yourself that you don't believe that you could do it yourself, it don't make you bad or fucked up or stupid. It just means that you feel like the best way for you to get to where you trying to go and what you trying to be the biggest artist in the world. You trying to be the biggest thing in the world. You going to need some help from some big people. And you're going to have to do a lot of shit against your will to get there. You know what I'm saying? If you just want to get money, you can get money without all the extra shit. You know what I mean? But that's why I always say at the end of the day, like music, nigga, for example, on my Spotify, not my Spotify, on my TuneCore, I got like 7 albums up and like 9 singles, right? And that's just, we talking about stuff that's online. It said on my tax write-off, it said that I made like $975 off my shit as far as like that one, because I'm on other sites too. And it'll tell you if you made enough to be taxed or not to be taxed. I say that's progress, and that's what you need to focus on. For all my people that's listening outside of the other shit, understand what progress is. Progress is when you start on your Spotify, you got 3 listeners. Then next thing you know, you got 300. Then you got 3,000. The goal in this shit is to get 1,000 real fans at least. 1,000 real fans who really love what you do, and you can charge them $20 a CD. And if you're a real artist, you drop 2-3 albums a year. What other businesses you run? Niggas know I got 6-7 dogs. Some of my dogs cost $1,500 to 2 bands. So it's understanding the business. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nobody walking around showing the young rappers how to sustain themselves. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn, like, you know what? Let me get this dog. I got a girl and I got another one. You know what I'm saying? Now, as you see, assets. That's business. Each one, if I got 7 dogs, my assets is like 15 bands. All right? At any given day, something go wrong or I need to do something. Let's say I get rid of 2 dogs. I can make moves and rather reinvest in other businesses, because we know it started with music. The music shit cool, but ain't no money in that streaming shit really until you super big. You got to build that. So then I said, let me sell physical copies. let me sell physical shit, right? Let me sell the physical. And so I started selling clothing. Just like you got to start selling clothing. It can be socks, hats, whatever, but whatever you do, don't just do it because everybody's doing it. Do something that's unique. This nigga whining. You know what I'm saying? Can you shut up? So that's the type of shit we got to be on. Because this rap shit locally, I don't give a fuck who you is. That shit don't mean nothing if you ain't got no paper. And that's the biggest fight and the biggest struggle that comes down to this whole grind. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Come on, man. Come on. That's the biggest difference when it comes down to this grind. And to do what you gotta do. So it's about this art shit today is about learning how to make your money. And I wish that I had somebody who could really clearly explain and tell me what they meant. Because we tell rappers all the time, but can't nobody explain to them. For me, it was these dogs. I had studio sessions. I hate the business of music, especially out here. Niggas want all the shit in the world, don't want to pay for it. Everybody wants shit for free. Everybody named mama man's out of studio. It's a fucked up business. I ain't about to be going through that shit. I want to do music that I love to do. I still do some shit, but overall, nah. I'm going to make my money other places. If you know about the dog game and you know how that shit work and if you understand how that shit go. But you got to find another business or other shit, or you go to college and get you a great job and to be able to use your money, because last time I talked, it ain't just buzz that's going to get you seen. You could be the dopest nigga in the world if you ain't got videos, and then if your videos ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? That it's a whole grind of this shit. So that's why it's important for us to show love to the niggas that's been grinding, because it ain't just about raps. And it also ain't just about who the best. It's about, at the end of the day, the city showing other artists how they should model their careers and the type of shit they should be doing and grinding and going to get shit. You know what I mean? But that's not what Raleigh about. Raleigh about following everybody else. You know, when New York niggas was buzzing and where I'm from, Jersey was buzzing, niggas wanted to be, everybody wanted to be like them. Chicago buzzing, everybody in every city trying to be like Chicago. The smart cities, they organic. They like, fuck that. Who the dopest niggas in our city? We got our own shit. Niggas out here super dope, and then they push that to the forefront. Lala, shut up. And then we push that shit to the forefront. And then when we push shit to the forefront, that's how we get other people bigger. That's how we make our city look good. That's be on the same page. But other than that, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And understand it. That's why I say my shit is for the public. It ain't really to disrespect nobody, but it's for the public. If you upcoming rapper and you watch my shit, you know that I get this shit to you 100. And everybody can't give you my opinion, because a lot of niggas rap, but niggas ain't stand on corners. A lot of niggas did this, but a lot of niggas ain't finished. A lot of niggas made beats, but a lot of niggas gave up. You talking to a motherfucker that since I made that choice that I stayed with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I respect rappers, but I respect the niggas who go through the ups and downs. Like I always tell Shice when I see him, bruh, when I was younger, I always seen you kept going. But when you get older in this game, you start to respect certain niggas more, because you be like, damn, bro, now that I'm getting older, I see all the phases that you had to go through. That when he was younger, niggas was fucking with him. As he got older, people stopped fucking with him as much. And when he switched up his style, people stopped fucking with him. At the end of the day, the nigga still surviving. And that's the key to this game. Or just like Nero, or just like these other guys, there's a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? To the up and coming rappers, this conversation isn't to discredit you or to make you feel like you're not important or to make it feel like you didn't deserve to make the list. And I said this over and over again, because at the end of the day, you got your flowers now. Shine and show niggas why you made that list. You know what I'm saying? Put up. You know what I'm saying? That's what this shit about. Put up or shut up. Put the numbers on the board. Show niggas why you made that shit. Let niggas know, whether it's because you've been dropping, whether because you got some hot shit, you had a single that buzz and niggas was fucking with it. At the end of the day, that's your shit. But everybody, including the people on them lists, a lot of y'all niggas went on that list last year. A lot of y'all niggas went on them other lists the year before that. So I remember, that's why I sit back and I watch everybody when they don't make the list, niggas like, oh man. But if you make the list, we all kind of fall back, like, well shit, they seen me this year, but I feel other people. The real niggas like, nah, I know how you feel. But it don't make them wrong, and that's why I say it's a conversation. It's not about disrespecting niggas, it's a conversation. The conversation is trying to bridge the gap between popularity and art, because popularity will get you somewhere, but the art gonna make you is what's gonna transcend you. Other than that, a lot of niggas don't get in the game. Like my bruh said, YB Carter, he from Raleigh. Niggas don't be supporting him. I don't see niggas in Raleigh sharing his music videos. And why? Because he ain't talking about drilling niggas. Drill ain't even our shit. Where the real Raleigh music at? Where the niggas that's born and raised here who really make that real shit? It's a lot of niggas. It's a lot of niggas who really be snapping on these records that I be hearing. I be looking at videos like, oh, these niggas is going ham. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, if we gonna say we using statistics from now on, show us the statistics that you use so nobody can critique you. If you want it to be clean, show us the list, show us the views, show us the thing that you did. You know what I'm saying? If you want clarity, you ain't got to, because, you know, I know, like, fuck all that. But if you want people to see that you did this shit legitly, show your criteria and show what you pick from. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these lists, I don't see a public, I don't see a lot of public posts where it's like a post that's been passed around where that shit has been shared 7,000, 8,000 times in a city where they talking about name. I want anybody to name a rapper that you like, and then somebody sitting there who going through the board writing how many people name go down, how many times, and then not just listen what people saying, because I can have 100 niggas call in just because I'm that connected, but my music not like that, but actually got a nigga sitting there listening to this music. You know what I mean? And that's the key to this shit. That's why I say, outside of knocking, I don't know. There's not one person. Lila, shut up. Take the dogs out. I don't know one person in this city who is somebody who genuinely loves music, who genuinely is focused on helping the next big thing from this place be, outside of just trying to find the meal tickets and trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Or the niggas who actually, they listening to music they hear, they going through Spotify, getting all the names and looking through them, and then hitting them up and interviewing them because they actually got some dope shit, or trying to actually change the culture, because that's what Chicago did. Drill didn't just start popular. You had the Zach TVs and all these niggas reporting on the murders with the music and the DJ Academics, and then this shit became so popular that people started really, and now drill is what it is today. You said, nah, I actually know, T, that you listen to everybody. And to be real, you actually even buy nigga CDs and shit. Like, if a motherfucker come to you and he really on his grind, you will pay for it. See, a lot of people, you got your opinions, but you do support. You know what I'm saying? And you passionate about it. See, I don't mind. I don't got to be right, but I don't feel like niggas is compassionate about this shit. Niggas is compassionate about the following. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Like, oh, what's hot right now? Oh, drill shit. Let me go get my following up. Oh, what's hot right now? And this shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? No, respect, bro. And the only thing, because the problem is that the problem is deeper than, you know, we might say list, which that's why earlier, rather if y'all just tapping in, bro came up here because it looked like I was singling him out. But when we say list, we just talking about all forms of communication when it comes down to people in the city. And we don't speak up. A lot of people feel stepped over, pushed on. And that's why I say, like, I know a lot of niggas who only got 2-3 videos, but if I played you they 2-3 videos, niggas' jaws would drop. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas who really, really can stand in rooms with some of the greats out here. And the thing about Carolina is a lot of niggas from Carolina and the ones that be grinding, a lot of us, we from here, but we not from here. Like, we might be from another city or from another state. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's what I've learned that in this city, that a lot of people be like, well, for the South Side, like, yo, if nigga ain't born and raised here, we don't want to rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Or, and that don't make them wrong. That's every city. We go to Jersey, niggas on a certain side of town, and each city feel like they realer than the other. That's every city in America. That's why our community always at war. You know what I'm saying? But it's deeper than that shit. Like, my morning convos was getting more views than niggas was getting on Spotify at one time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's just many lanes. It's what's your lane? How you gonna play it? If you dope, that's why I say, T, my opinion for you and Fifth, y'all was playing the game. And I'm gonna bring this up again. See, that's why when I think about that shit, I tell the truth. When T and them played the game. They was at the events. They was at all the clubs. I mean, they was at the events. My nigga won't just at the events. My nigga was fronting the events. You feel me? I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas run their mouth, and you might not agree with everything with T Allen, but if T passionate about something, he gonna do it. He ain't asking niggas for handouts either. So when I think about that, I'm looking at it from a business perspective. Like, bro, I would be mad at T Allen because I'm thinking, like, bro, we played the game. We was here. We showed love here. We popped up here. We did whatever we need to do. You know what I'm saying? To be real, we had our debate online. In the middle of our shit, me and Shane arguing. I played a song on Shane, like, bro, you dope. I had hella respect for him. Like, you know, that's a real nigga. So I got the same love for Shane because even outside of our little back and forth, we was both able to see, like, oh, bro, dope. or like, yeah, this nigga Shane dope, or like this nigga Willie dope. That's what it's about. As artists, we know who the talent is. The public, they playing the catch-up game, but the public don't care about all of that, and really they shouldn't. The public only give a fuck about what's hot and what's not. But that's why I had that conversation before. When we talk about listen shit, it is who in the city is throwing events that's really helping, who's really looking for talent. Name a club in the city who is paying local rappers. Because it's a lot of cities who ain't big yet, but you go to Detroit and these places, they paying their local rappers $200-300 to perform. Some of these niggas' music ain't even online yet, nothing legal, and they still getting paid because that city they got their own thing. See, these cities like Los Angeles and shit like that, cities in California, they can sell $5 million in his state because they have their own self-market because of the black music market that was left after the 1900s. So there was a foundation of energy. You said, nah, I match energy and rebuttal with facts. I mean, right. But in the world today, your facts is facts. But when we talking to a lot of people, it's just your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's the list. A lot of lists, not just this, and all lists, we got to start titling them better. Like if you say best new artist, then I think we need to understand what they mean. Best trap artist. That's why I always say, yeah, I don't think the lists are so bad. I think that people get mad because they feel like they don't understand the criteria or the thing of the list. I don't think most people even mad about the rappers on the list. I think most people are upset that they feel like they're not getting the love or that they've been putting the work. And not everybody right. A lot of niggas bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the size of the conversation. And so that's why I say grind and do you. And then when I talk, I'm going to always speak from my perspective. And I even respect that if I say me standing on the corner, Lala, shut up. If I say that me standing on the corner was that's old, it is, some of it. You know what I'm saying? To a point like 3-4 years old, but everything else was on point. But I found other ways. I stood on the corner. Niggas like Brolic and them said, bro, get the fuck off the corner. We know you can sell CDs. You know what I'm saying? Go build this shit and do this shit the right way. I went out the back door and mastered the backyard and the cookout. You know what I'm saying? And then now it's like it's time to go back in and go through the front door and go through this shit the right way. You know what I'm saying? And that's all of this shit is about. So play this game to what make your benefit because your success ain't everybody else's success. You know what I'm saying? What are you in it for? And that's why we keep talking about it. Number one rule in this shit. Money, getting money or popularity. Getting money or popularity. Streams or real sales. When I hear people talk about what they hear on TV. Oh, CDs don't sell. You don't know that if your ass ain't outside selling CDs. You telling me what you seen on TV, on BET, or on YouTube, what they told you. Because if you was really outside, you know that CDs sell. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got Netflix and shit, but yet niggas was still buying $30 worth of bootleg HD movies. The difference is, I got to stream it, and if they take it down, I can't watch it no more. But if I own the DVD, I can play that shit, or if the cable get cut off, I still got a DVD player. You know what I'm saying? It says take the best out and save my picks. You know what I'm saying? Which and everybody, like bro said, everybody got their opinions. You know what I'm saying? But what type of room is we in? Of course, if we sitting amongst the same 20 motherfuckers and these same 20 niggas is doing everything, it's the circle that they're a part of. That's it. And that's just the truth. If I make a list with a bunch of people, it's my opinion. And I have a right to my opinion. Of course, people gonna have shit to say or gonna wanna get to the next point. Hold on, my dog's tripping. Chill out. Y'all take these dogs out. Lala is killing me, y'all. But that's just how it is, you did? So that's the problem. Take Fat Boy in your room and hatch up. That's the problem. Business, my niggas. Laugh at me. I was getting money. Niggas was out here flexing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key to this shit. At the end of the day, regardless of people like me, don't like me, people that listen to this shit, people who real, people who got ears, they know that I'm only speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's why anybody that go live for me and say they don't know me, especially most of the niggas who have, they knew me because I was the studio they was going in those my niggas. So niggas knew who I was. But publicly, we all gonna flex. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna do shit, and that's the game. You know, when we go live, that's what we do. It's not personal. It's just debates. It's like we debating music. That shit good for the culture. Just like when I go live and I talk about shit like I'm talking about today, it's a good conversation. It's good for the culture. You know what I mean? Bruh list. His list at the end of the day sparked conversation. He dropped that list, or Big Mouth Media dropped that list, regardless if you agree with him, Night, that shit the talk of the city. So regardless, if they sitting back watching me, they're not, if you're a real nigga, you ain't sitting back mad like I'm trying to play you. You should be looking back smiling like, yeah, nigga, them niggas, the city know when we speak, that shit affect the city, and more importantly, it's causing conversation. And then I really had to respect what bruh said, because he said, now, I don't know everybody. I might not see everybody, but shit, let me look, or let me tap in with you, or, you know what I'm saying? He was one of the only niggas I talked to who won't just all ego. And so that's why, like, if I bump into bruh, sit down with bruh, I will really go sit down, because I'm like, yo, bro got a head on his shoulders. Bruh got a temperament and got a certain type of resolve with himself that even if he don't agree with you, he understand, like, from the beginning, I was like, yo, bro, understand that this shit's still winning for him. Whether if I agree with him and we going back and forth, niggas winning. So as a city, we still progressing. And when I have my opinions, they my opinions. You know what I'm saying? When I'm speaking up, or if he has his opinions, his opinions. My truth ain't no better than his truth or anybody who write on my board. What I'm saying, my nigga, my artist ain't no better than your artist. But at the end of the day, in reality, as far as personally, but at the end of the day, this is a contact sport. And in this contact sport, unfortunately, North Carolina was scared of contact. You know what I'm saying? If North Carolina was ball player, niggas soft. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't like contact. At one time, everybody was trying to battle rap. Then after that, everybody was like, ain't no such thing as the best. We all great in our own right. You right. But it's a lot of bum-ass niggas who great in their own right, in their own universe. Them niggas who said the Sean Bradley was amazing. In his own universe of giants who was 7'6", who really want that talented. He was nice in his universe, but to the world, he was just a tall ass bum. He was gold. He was target practice for real niggas who was dunking. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I like that shit. I think that shit make me hungry. That's why, like, I be sitting back and I be on my computer thinking, like, y'all hear all this controversy, and I hear all of this shit about what's good and what's not good for this. Regardless of what happens in this city, we still winning. You know what I'm saying? We all still got to grind and get it at the end of the day. Nobody, what I learned, and I learned this 5 years ago, nobody in this city can do nothing for you. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Niggas with money got artists and that shit still ain't tweet. So I learned that there's no showcase that can really do something for me unless these showcases is set up to where it's actually good for both of us. You getting paid and I'm getting paid. Or if I'm paying you, it's because you got 5,000 niggas out there and I'm getting the best promotion in the world. But at the end of the day, all the rest of them niggas we see on TV, they just like me and you. It's just what opportunities did they get, or did they sign record deals, or whatever else the shit that be going on the other side of the business. Everything else extra. So I say to everybody who always tap in, I appreciate your time. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding, because the art is the most important place. It's the most important thing in the world. Because at the end of the day, regardless of how these niggas feel about me, niggas gotta line my art up and your art up with history. And that's why I always remind y'all, my last quote, you know them niggas we be sampling, if you make beats, or hip hop niggas when we love beats, you know all of them guys that we love, and all of these people who was these amazing artists who we loved them, the Nina Simones, during their times, a lot of in their career, people won't fucking with them. And then 30, 40 years later, you know, people seeing they go. At the end of the day, we live in a time where the world is blind. Niggas following TV and the images. Niggas, and it's proof. If the popular rappers right now start wearing spandex with smiley faces on their butt cheeks, and enough of them niggas do it, all the rappers in every city locally gonna start wearing that shit. That's how lame niggas is. You know what I'm saying? Clout is the game now. Who getting the most stream? That's like saying, who getting whipped by Massa more? I is Massa. See, the slaves look at the free niggas like, that's why at the end of the day, I don't need the respect, I don't need the love. At the end of the day, I know what real shit is. You know what I'm saying? I know what true power is. It's like bro, they always tell me, bro, so what, you got it. No, I'm saying that when I name do the mixing, do the beats, do the raps and do all that shit, write the video treatments and work with the guys that do the videos and shit like that and come up with these concepts and these shits hit to the best of their ability. Because first of all, when you drop music, you shouldn't think that you're just gonna get 1 million views on your first project. That shit is unrealistic, especially without a record deal and especially without the connections of all of these marketing ads. And if you ain't got 250,000 and niggas got millions of views, then you know what I'm saying, it's hard. But I know niggas who really got followings and they ain't doing nothing more than them industry niggas is doing. So that's what I want to be clear. Yes, a master, I got it. 1 million streams and 1 million sales are two different things. Somebody times 1 million times 0.002. Put it on the board. Because that's how fucked up these numbers is. So why the fuck should I be arguing with niggas about Spotify and YouTube? YouTube paid the least out of every site. Spotify paid, Tidal was paying, but he sold that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't listen to none of it. Some people only listen to Apple Music. Some people only shop with Amazon. It's so many, there's 100 roads in hip hop, but everybody trying to follow the same road because everybody trying to get rich quick. And when you get rich quick, you make a little bit of money, but you get robbed because you don't know anything. We should be championing the guys that's been rapping a long time and staying consistent. We should be championing the motherfuckers who, if they was rappers who own studios like the Ozones and do shit like that and find ways to still be in the music. We should be championing the guys who really was doing the real shit. But when we in this fake ass time we live in, everybody praising fake shit. When we talk about the internet and all that shit not real. There's a lot of niggas who somebody, when I look on their page, them niggas got 500,000 followers. When we go outside, it's a nobody. And what I mean by nobody, I don't care how popular you is, what your gang you're a part of, where you from, none of that shit. I'm talking about in the field that you in. We in the music business, we talking about music. You know what I'm saying? But yes, the streets does affect the music. So when I say fuck it, I'm saying that that's what it should be about art, but it's about the street. But who's checking? And these are the points I keep saying all night because I want y'all to think about this every day. Who's checking streams? Nobody. Who's non-biased that ain't a part of nobody camp, who has nothing to gain from bumping certain niggas up, who looking at this shit? Who's checking to see what niggas is really living that shit or really was living that shit? Nobody. It's just as many fake niggas popular as it is real niggas popular. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the game, don't let this new generation, because this new generation want to change everything. They want to say, the new generation saying, fuck everybody before us, it's our time, it is your time. But none of this shit, none of these buildings or these bridges or these cars was built by y'all young niggas. None of these apartments and the foundation and these pyramids was built by the young niggas. It was built by the niggas before you. So it's ignorance and arrogance to even think that you doing something so big when the niggas who might not have got what you got or doing what you doing, you don't know the story. You don't know what happened. You don't know what it is. But you just looking at it from I'm buzzing, the arrogance. That's why a lot of niggas gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? I say this shit and I mean it. When I was screaming 10 years ago, independent, my own studio, niggas are looking at me like, yo, you weird, bro. You doing too much. Now I see even the same niggas doing the shit I'm doing. Whether they're doing it themselves or they got a team doing the same shit that I'm doing damn near by myself. You know what I'm saying? So do you, be you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. There's nobody in Raleigh or North Carolina that can do nothing for you. That's why we ain't got no fucking body. North Carolina, like the label said, slave ass niggas. Y'all, we buy everything. Niggas in Carolina don't own shit. We gonna spend money on everything except for the shit that we should be. We can make artists pop. We can choose to make this artist pop. And then we hold them accountable like, yo, go put somebody on. And when you get on, yo, put somebody on. Give the opportunities. But a place where the reason why ain't no hierarchy and it ain't no real politics and ain't no real understanding and no real music and no real music understanding and no real business is because even the niggas who 3 generations are doing this shit, 4 or 5 generations are doing this shit, a lot of niggas didn't get anywhere. Not like where they should have been or where they could have went. And since niggas didn't get anywhere, niggas from 5 generations still arguing with the young niggas. The young niggas coming up and they grinding and they putting in their new work and we telling you like, nigga, you nice, but wipe your bib, little nigga. get the after you crawling. Okay, you're gonna be a toddler, then you gotta go through elementary to high school, and you're gonna see the phases. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. At the end of the day, you don't need nobody. At the end of the day, you want to be on this list? Let's be real. You want to be on all these lists? Go sit around the rooms with niggas and kiss their ass, or go politic and go chill with niggas. There's a lot of artists that don't know you. It's some niggas. There's a lot of niggas that they don't even chill with niggas like you or chill with niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you was really in the field as a DJ personality, a social media source, a label, or whatever we are, then you would know about the people who really in the city, because it's politics, it's the internet, and then it's the real thing. Because niggas who popular on the internet, and then niggas who popular on this platform, and then he come in real life and gotta play this nigga for real, and these niggas really on a different level. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's about boom, ping, ting. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sound like everybody. Niggas sound like NBA Young, but I'm waiting for who the next nigga that's coming up good. Shit, I seen when Thug came out and niggas started changing their. I was like, what the fuck? Then Thug started talking about I'm riding around with a dick on it. Man, I'm a straight nigga. You feel me? It's other expressions I can use than saying that my gun got a dick on it. You feel me? I'm not a homosexual. So me running around saying I pull my dick on you, that's homosexual shit. And that's the problem. Hip hop ain't grow up. Hip hop been around for what, 30, 40 years? And hip hop is a special ed kid because it still exists in the same place as if the shit didn't develop past 13. The culture of hip hop is 40 years old with the mindset of a 12-year-old. We responsible. We watch this shit going enough for enough, and we allow the young niggas, because the young niggas getting the money and they ain't around. No, young niggas don't dictate shit. If you've been out here for 4 or 5 years, you new to this shit. Get your numbers, do your thing, but you don't dictate shit. And you can't dictate shit because you ain't been around long enough. Your opinions is your opinions, just like my opinions. At the end of the day, niggas stand on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I will gladly pull up with any nigga that y'all put me with and do a show off and a standoff for songs. I always have. But at the same time, don't waste my fucking time. Because last time I got in arguments, niggas went and got me one of the most basic niggas in the world. I'm not wasting my time. I'd rather be in here. I'd rather pick up dog shit. And that's the reason niggas see, and I'm independent. I do my thing. I'm just putting out, doing all this shit. At the end of the day, nigga, that's why I sell dogs. Y'all niggas talking about y'all rapping. Niggas, show me your assets. Right? And not just my dogs. Show me your studio equipment. Show me what you spent every year on your dream. Because niggas talking about they rappers. And niggas walking around getting freebies from every fucking body. That's why this city fucked up the vets running around here looking like they earned something. Nah, nigga, pay your dues. Put your work in, grind. Pay for your studio sessions. Do what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up game on both sides. At the end of the day, do your own. A lot of niggas running their mouth, and 99.9% of them can't even drop a song without having to go to somebody else. And most of these niggas can't even live their dream if another nigga don't pick up the phone and shoot a video for them. A lot of niggas can't even do what they supposed to do. A lot of niggas dope. A lot of niggas dope but got low self-esteem. And they don't feel like they nice. I be seeing niggas post like I'm that nigga, but I know you. I see you 5 years ago running around this bitch with low self-esteem, sitting in the house wherever you live, not doing shit. It's your demise. So just like these other niggas, I speak on both sides of the fence. Go get it. But nobody gonna come live and talk to me crazy because I'm one of them niggas who really did it. I know about the money I invested. I know how much work I put in. I know about the true following. If you ain't never stood outside and sold CDs to niggas, then your following is fake. You got a whole bunch of niggas who liking and clicking, and if you know niggas, you can pay some niggas overseas in the room who got 50 cell phones and they shit to run your shit up and hit like on your shit. None of that shit is real. None of that shit real. And now if I talk about Facebook, they don't want to talk about Facebook. But how can we say if 3 years ago, Facebook was getting niggas numbers and paid, and now 2 years later, Facebook changed? That's old shit. It's old shit because you want shit on it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gonna play the game from the position of what's good for them. And it's just, that's the game. Everybody kissing ass and kissing up the niggas. Nah, fuck you. That's how we feel about that shit. We know what we work and what we put up. I know me, niggas know me. Niggas gonna talk that shit in the room, but how many of them niggas gonna rap against me? How many of them niggas gonna really say, bruh, trash, and challenge me on stage locally in front of everybody and see whose songs is what and who really been putting in work? Just like all the rest of the niggas who nice, them niggas gonna talk about you in the dark, but when the sun's shining, them niggas smiling. See, Carolina, the home of fake love. When they see you, it's what's up, because niggas know it's 100. You know what I'm saying? When I was outside, I never seen niggas in public tell me, yo, bro, yo, I don't know if I know you. Like, I know you know me. I know you know me. I was in studios with you when y'all bum ass niggas was making them garbage ass records. And I was one of the few niggas in a lot of these studios who, not only was I one of the niggas in the studios out working niggas and dropping songs when I ain't had my own studio, but at the same time, coming through that motherfucker and being like, my man's being that nigga who engineering. It's about respect at the end of the day. If you show love and show respect, you gonna get that shit back. But in hip hop, with black men, if we all in music together, oh well, I can't show you love. I speak because I can. Any nigga in this city that dropped that something hot, tell me I ain't shared your fucking video if you a friend of mine on Facebook or if I seen it. Tell me I ain't shared your shit. We gonna wait, crickets, nigga. And even on my morning combos, when it's my shit, I be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I be showing niggas love, showing niggas true love. Hold up. There's a lot of niggas that want to hold on, let's see, T. You want to come in? Give you the flizzy. Hey, Elijah. Bring T Allen. What up, T?
Hey, yo, the Don. It's the Don. T Allen the Don. What's good, nigga? Damn, man, I'm on here late, man. You done damn talk the shit down, man. Everybody done gone. Nobody watching no more. Niggas done gotta watch it in the morning when I get on here, man. That's why I be saying, man, I ain't got no platform, man. Niggas can't hear me. I just told Rockefeller and goddamn over there, you know, say tell niggas like, this is a Rockefeller show. Not Def Jam, this is Rockefeller. Nah, man, but you right, bro. Like, man, that shit is, man, what I feel about it, Phil Shane should be on the list, man.
I want to know how you feel about it. I'm about to sit back and I want T Allen to have the floor.
Nah, bro, see, look, bro. I know the game, bro. The game is chess, bro. I say it every time, bro. It's always been chess, bro. And ever since, you know what I'm saying, the road to Raleigh Day and all that Raleigh Day stuff came up, bro, I already knew what type of time it was. So a list never was like nothing. Like you said, that shit don't break you or make you. If anything, it should push certain people to go harder. But the thing is, what I'm saying about the list is, one, the first list that came out with the Fuchsias, you know what I'm saying, that was cool. That was cool, whatever. But it was people on there that you just didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not at home following, like, and what you were saying earlier, bro, like, you talking about nigga, like, Fifth is my artist, and that's who I'm managing. But right now, you know what I'm saying, to be honest, he ain't on no paperwork. He his own man. You get what I'm saying? So I don't have no ownership to nothing that bro do. You know what I'm saying? I can influence it. I can help. I can provide the morale to it. That man does everything on his own. You get what I'm saying? When it comes down to certain things, you know what I'm saying? I help him do the push. So that's got to give him his jump. But if you ask that nigga when they come to my crib or anybody come up for the Lord Flies, Taps, anybody, nigga, I'm sitting here watching everybody video. Everybody video. You ask my girl, I watch everybody video. I follow everybody. I go to the YouTube channel. I go look at the numbers. You ask niggas who have shows, I go to these niggas' shows. I done paid to play in all these niggas' shows. And this is not even nothing that had to do with Fifth. Like you said, I played the game, bro. I played the game with myself personally, and I played the game and I told Fifth, I said, Fifth, bro, we're gonna get on all these shows throughout this joint. So when you do an underrated, like nigga, like a Perry Paper, you know, like Perry Paper, how that's like a smack in the face, nigga, when you host the events. We got you clearly on flyers, nigga. With you at the host of the event. You don't know about Shane. You gonna try to tell me he need to put on work, but then I look on the list and you go down that list and you go look at the views and you go look at every one of them shows that anybody on that list, Fifth Shane been there, if not put it on himself. You get what I'm saying? If not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's facts out here. That's why I said maybe I need a podcast. I just need a platform big enough so niggas can hear and understand what's going on, like how you got. You know what I'm saying? You get on here, niggas gonna listen. I get on my shit, I get two people with my mom, you know, grandma done jumped on, cousins jumped. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody give a fuck what I'm talking about.
Talk your shit every day.
I mean, that's true though, but even still, man, like I said, I want to go straight to the platform. I want to be there when 55 people like when you had look, Darren know what time it is. Darren don't even be living in the city, bro. You get what I'm saying, bro? You got Pons working, you know what I'm saying, the big mouth shit. You got Perry Paper as your front man that's big mouth, and he supposed to run shit, and he back and forth for different places, and he trying to find his own place. So how's a man that's trying to find his own place in the game that we all playing and still trying to dictate who in the game doing something? You can't do that, bro. You blindsided to a certain extent. You gonna rock with who rocking with you. You gonna push who pushing you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see who in front of your face to put forth the moment. The same thing with Black Big Mouth. You pushing forth the most, nigga. Yeah. What I was telling you about, you added fuel to the fire, my nigga, is nobody was talking about this shit. We seen that shit. Niggas was like, all right, when your live went up, now niggas got so much to say. That's now niggas trying to jump in on the live. Now niggas trying to get their 2 cents on. Nigga, just stand on your shit. When y'all make a list, don't put things in like the best, the greats, because if you haven't done the extensive research, if you haven't have statistics to match up your opinion, then you can't call somebody the best of these things. These niggas, the things that we call people the best in, we have statistics for that. We have stats for that. We have receipts for these motherfuckers being the best. And Jordan's the best. He has stats for that. We could go, like you said, we can go back to the goddamn paperwork and see the shit. You get what I'm saying? So when we're talking about shit that's going on in the city, we know it's cliquish. We know certain people work and do certain things, bro. You know, like you said, you go in there and suck all these niggas dick. We ain't sucking no dick. We don't give a fuck. Like you said, you can be on it and not be on it. Everyone on them lists, everyone on that list, all 20 people, besides like 4 or 5 people that we know of, that I probably don't know, like the young niggas, like I said, the little nigga, and I actually did my research and went and looked at those little niggas to see who they was. Bro, we should be on there, bro. We done did every show. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say, I'm not even saying like trying to toot the horn, bro. It's niggas like you who me and you got in an argument. I'm like, bro, you're not out here. Nobody see that shit. But now we talking about streams and numbers. I know one thing for a fact is I seen you always pushing a stream. You always pushing a number on the Facebook.
Shit, what people don't know though, on some real shit, and that's why people say like, bro, you fuck with T. I be like, yeah, we might argue, but even on the live that day would make you a real nigga. In the middle of us arguing, you was laughing. I was like, you buy my shit, and you was like, so? See, it's the difference when a nigga telling you, when me and you argue, it's an argument, it's our opinion, but you telling me as a friend, as a fan, and as a listener. So what niggas, and I know you'll feel me, what nigga is around listening to like the 5th Chainz and the other upcoming artists who grinding and saying like, fuck the numbers. These niggas is dope.
Bro, the niggas are not listening, bro. That's what I'm saying. The niggas don't listen until you get in their face and then they want to play the card like they've been listening to your shit. Bro, I'm trying to tell you 100. If you ask these niggas when you get on the live with these niggas, ask these niggas questions. Ask these niggas the last time, what's the last Southside Heat video? Ask them what's the last Little Mirror video? Ask them what's the last Chemo Wet video? Ask them what's the last Skinny P drop? Ask these niggas when they get on the line and they telling you about who they think and these numbers. Ask them what their last drops were. Ask them if you go to their computer, if you go to their YouTube, who their subscription with, right? And you know you got all the subtitles, all the subscriptions of everybody. When you go click on what comes up on their shit, bro. Tell me who the last video they watched, bro.
When we go through your history, what pops up? Are you really playing records?
What pops out, nigga? We can go through my history, bro. You know what I'm saying? My history, I be watching these videos, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be paying attention to niggas. You know what I'm saying? I be paying attention. Look at that. I be paying attention to these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I be paying attention to these niggas, man. Let's go down. Look, boom. I be paying attention, bro. Yeah. Look at this, bro. Look, these are watched, bro. These are watched, bro. These are watched, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be paying attention to these niggas, bro. Boom, Appleberry, boom, put the stacks on deck. Just dropped their joint. Niggas loving her. You know what I'm saying? Ari Quinn, Bentley just dropped their joint. The Biggest Bill just dropped the video. You know what I'm saying? Bars Mania. All this nigga, look, Bass Wallace. Bro, these shits has been watched, bro.
What is it about Big Bill? Like, see, I fuck with bruh. Like, I fuck with bruh, who he is. But I be feeling like, bruh nice too, though. Like lyrically, bruh nice. So I always be like, well, how do they make it and he don't make it?
Who? He did make it. The baddest. He's on the end. He's right there on the top row, the last person. Badass.
Oh, he did? But usually he don't make it.
The
You know
whole
what I'm
three,
saying?
bro. Listen. Let me keep it 100. The whole three made it, but Shane. How the whole three make it and you don't put, bro? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. 300 proof party was the party that came out for exit 300. I don't care what exit 300 say. When we did the 300 proof party, we paid everybody from the three. We paid everybody from the three, bro. Everybody that was in the three that performed, 730 Joe, Badass, Fifth Shane, and Southside. I think was it Southside was there? Was it Southside? We paid, Southside. We paid all them niggas, bro. We pay all them niggas, bro. Me and SP, bro. Before that, and look, and we open the show, bro. And we open the show. But what I'm saying is this, bro, is Perry, you host the shows, bro. Darren,
Yeah,
I know you seen it, bro.
Let me say this. Let me say this real quick, not to cut you till I give you the floor back. And I told Shelton.
Nah, you got it, bro.
I want you to understand, as a real nigga, I know he know about 300 rappers, like, you know, new to old. And it's like, I don't even see none of these niggas on any of the list that he's affiliated with. Are you even speaking up for anybody? I don't see the Piastras, I don't see none of them. I see Nero up there at the end.
Bro, at the end. But look, let me tell you something, bro. Because, bro, like I said, the list.
As if Nero's a throwaway.
As he should be under there, Bro, listen, what I'm saying it is, bro, it don't even matter, bro. It's how you put the list and how it's formulated. It's media. It's to build up the joint. You didn't say, hey, this is Big Mouth's top picks for underrated or under you know what I'm saying, picks, you know what I'm saying? Or this is who we going with. You know what I'm saying? It was like the best. Or you know what I'm saying? It'd be like shit like that. You get what I'm saying? It'd be like, damn, when you start putting like that, now you playing an ego thing. You get what I'm saying? Now you playing like an ego thing with that. You know what I'm saying? So now you're like,
the question is,
okay,
what is there a debate? If let's say they say it's their right, but I'm saying in the aspect of, let's say if any company say a media company say, okay, these are 50 to 75 artists. First, like, you'll do a post like, I want everybody to name all the artists that they know that's popular, and you get this list, and somebody need to go through and write down the names and how many times. Then you put all these names that you hear more than once or twice. You shrink this down to about 50, and then you take that list and you go public and you share this shit, and you do a media campaign, Facebook, Instagram, and you ask people, because that's what this shit about. You ain't nobody asking.
This music is opinionated, bro. It's always been opinionated. We know that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this what, like I said, don't take away from the people that's working, bro. You get what I'm saying? If you're not in, if you haven't been out there or seen the work, like I said, if you're not on niggas' channels following them, if you're not at niggas' shows purchasing tickets, if you're not buying niggas fits. I'm not talking about nigga come up to you and be like, hey bro, take my shirt. That's what I mean. I'm talking about you looking for the nigga and be like, hey bro, let me cop that shirt, or let me cop those sweatpants, or let me cop that fit. You get what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. That's the shit I'm talking about on. That's the shit I'm on. Like I said, Fifth is my artist, bro. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm looking for everything because I'm not the rapper. You know what I'm saying? You can kick me out. I'm not even a part of the curator. I'm just that nigga behind the shit that you be like, yo, this nigga knows some shit, or this nigga been in some shit, or this nigga been around and shit. Like you said, bro, I've been around for a minute. The actual, if you want to put a date on it, you could put 2014, 15 if you want to throw a date on it. But I'm not throwing, I'm talking about even before that with the niggas you was always like nigga, Piasta live in my neighborhood. Look, Piasta been in my neighborhood for years, bro.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you, because you know we all got our reputations outside of us, whether they true or not, right? Because you know some shit be extra, but you know I got my reputation, but I'm pretty sure you can speak on it and say what people would say about me, just like I can say what people say. It's almost like a blackball. Even though we know that they can't really blackball you, it's like an intentional blackball. You know what I mean? Think about it. If you, let's say 5 years from now, you and Shane been going hard. Fuck if you got the respect or not. Y'all been going, y'all still pushing like y'all will be, and y'all going. And every time you talk to people, they be like, bro, we ain't heard of you, or that. He didn't say that, bro, tonight. He was, you know what I'm saying? He was the most 100 nigga I spoke to about this topic. You know what I'm saying? Like most niggas, when I speak about shit like this, like with people who really made the list, a lot of time it'd be a lot of tension. I respect how he went about his conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's your opinion. And everything he's saying, it was validity to things he was saying, but I be trying to get people to see that there's so much more to this scene. Like, I don't feel like anybody, no disrespect to them or to the Perry Papers or the Coco, I don't feel like none of those people are yet seasoned. It's not that I don't think they know music. They know the music they like. Just like that's their right. But I don't think anybody is musically seasoned enough to understand. That's the reason why for the miscategorizations. You know what I'm saying? Or the lack of understanding of why people get offended about lists, because people don't understand that when you put certain titles on shit, like you said, the best, or if you say up and coming, then understood. If, you know what I'm saying? If you say, you know, first time artist, then we be like, oh, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's their first.
Or even just generally come out and be like, bro, this is who I'm fucking with. Fuck everybody else. Don't make it like no competition. Don't make it like it's a city pick. Nigga to be like, this is who I'm fucking with. I'm fucking with Fat. I'm fucking with 730 Joe. I'm fucking with Skinny P. I'm fucking with all these. This is who I'm fucking with, and this is who we're gonna take to Texas. And then you bring it back around and let niggas like us be like, oh shit, bro, that you ain't fucking with me? Why you not fucking with me? Let me explain. Oh, I ain't seeing your videos. I ain't. Okay, nigga. Just like you know, everybody get blinded to the social.
Hold up, T. So think about it. Think about this. That's why I said it's about who we gonna. As if you got this platform and you can speak for Carolina. You take the wrong niggas out of here, what happens? How we look on the national?
We get shitted on. We get shit on.
Cause the other states, if they got their music together, they gonna bring their best. They gonna bring, and not just about lyrical niggas, but just the best artists, the best songs. So when you're going against another city's best versus another city's popular, or another city's opinion, you know what I'm saying? That's the issue. What are we really representing?
The city is popular. Is only popular in the city, bro. So that doesn't mean shit, bro, because like I said, bro, for y'all niggas gonna need to go look at this music, bro. Everybody on the list, go look at their music. We're not talking about your peers, bro. Like I said, our peers it's opinionated, bro. I'm not saying that, like you said, we're not saying that nobody doesn't deserve it. Everyone deserves everything they get, no matter what, whether you on the list or not on the list. Let me just go ahead and disclose that. Now I seen, like I said, I went through the list with exceptions of some of the young bulls that I haven't been around because, like you said, they don't have shows. They doing that shit with their homies and like my son and them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Mears, my son's boy, my homeboy at school and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they rock out. I didn't know that until I went and seen Little Mir on a live, and I'm like, oh, this nigga got the crowd going crazy. And then I talked to SP, and SP told me about. So now I'm like, oh, okay. So I gotta watch out for him. You know what I'm saying? I seen what he do. I seen what he do to the younger generation of kids, like my son and his friends. Now them niggas have a team party and turn the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Just like Troop did. Troop was coming to my brother's team parties trying to perform. They was performing there for free because my brother had 100 to 100 plus kids, if not more, in one venue, and they playing the Troop 41 song. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's building a fan base organically. You get what I'm saying? So for we even saying like, nigga, I've been in the game, nigga, that's been in the game, nigga, that's my little brother. You get what? He was throwing team parties. He's 33 now. You get what I'm saying? My little cousin was heading them team parties. If y'all heard of Sky High, everybody heard of the Sky High people, nigga, that was my brother and them running that jump. You know what I'm saying? Along with the, you know what I'm saying, with his partner and crew. So what I'm saying is the same thing with this music shit, bro. It's all opinionated. No one takes it personal. But when you got people that you generally work with, you got people that that host your event, you got people that when you see them in your face, they giving you all this love and, oh, bro, you on, you got that down. We got them, you next, bro. You can do this. You can, we gonna put you on, send this music in. And then you make a list and you act like you don't never see the nigga. And then the nigga walk up to you, you like, oh, bro, my nigga, bro, how you not performing tonight? Nigga, you didn't ask me to perform, nigga. Don't ask me about performing now. But look, nigga still came to the show, though. Yeah.
Right. So it still show love. It's like
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Niggas be at the show, bro. Like,
people was like, so you mad at Shelton? I'm like, nah, Shelton showed me love. He bought CDs from me. The nigga, when I brought up because he's one of the people. You know how you got certain people that you look at not as fans but as friends that support us, and you see the genuine love. And maybe I'm not right completely for what I'm saying. I'm mature enough to know that. But as an artist, I feel like if I know you, bro, and I'm on the board list, and I know you, and I've been around you, and I know Shane for years, 10 years, and I'm on these boards, I just wanted him to be aware that people around him is looking at him crazy, like, bro, you ain't fucking with us. So if it's me in the future, if I'm about naming the top artists and shit, and I know all of these niggas, and I ain't really, and nobody I know, none of my homeboys make the list, not one of them really, you know what I'm saying? Then it's kind of like, well, damn, bro, who are you really fighting for your side?
I mean, bro,
that's why I said it gotta
like I said, bro, I ain't got no click, man. I ain't got no click. So that's why when you was like somebody, bro, I told you this and I told this before, bro. I went back and listened to some of Shane's old music. I didn't like it. I told him that. I said, bro, maybe niggas won't fuck with you because that old music, you know what I'm saying? As niggas go on, they progress and they get more seasonal and they start finding their pockets and they start to find their stuff.
Sometimes, they be the mixing sometimes, you be out hooked sometimes.
All that. So right. So all that shit evolves in this music game, bro, and you can hear it in the sound. Before then, now I listen to it, bro. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I can fuck with this Jones. I can't fuck. It's songs that I don't like, to me personally, that he loves. You know what I'm saying? That's his opinion. I'm like, bro, whatever you want to do, I personally don't care for it. But if you think that this is something you want to do because you're in charge and this is your music and you put your passion into it, then we're going to push that shit, bro. And let's put it out to the people and let the people hear it. And then we go from there and be like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You get what I'm saying? Man. So what I was saying is, and also the same support got to be mutual. When I'm not saying this nothing, but this is facts. When you hear 300, bro, do you hear anything about Fifth Shane on 300?
No, not really. From
the niggas who we originally carried the torch of the 300, right? Who we see that we think carry the torch of the 300. Do you hear? But this other, do you hear Fifth Shane being mentioned? When them niggas put up 300 posts, do you hear anything about that? No.
Are you, because hold on, that's what I say, let me be clear. Are you asking me so I understand? Or let me say this.
I'm asking you like,
when I think of 300,
right.
Like come across the board and they say 300 performing tonight, my mind don't think Shane.
Right.
Naturally, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah. I just think of Fifth Shane as his own thing. That's how I always seen it. I didn't really. You got to
find out. And that's fine.
Okay.
And that's fine, right? But when we in the hood, when you in the hood, like you said, when in your boys and shit, you in the hood, bro. Big up your hood niggas, right? You gonna big up your peoples. You gonna put your peoples on too. If your people is just as nice, and when we together in the hood and we doing shit, niggas is like, yeah, I rock with you. We rocking out. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with it. And then you have a video shoot and you don't get the call, or I throw a video shoot, you don't come. I do a video, I do a show, you don't show up. But when you do a show, we show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same energy, bro. That's how it gets. That's how you find the unbalance.
It's fucked up that the business of music out here is like that, though. Because some people would say, well, so what, bro? So what? They come to your shoot, you your own thing. But what people fail to miss is that it's just him saying, like, damn, I would love to see my niggas here with me, shining with me, just like I would pull up theirs. You know what I'm saying? And I know that.
What's the demise to me? And when you watch most groups, what is the demise of that group? Like, what normally breaks that group up most of the time? Besides money, it's about who is the leader.
Yeah, and who feel like
always, bro. Yeah. It's who's gonna go the furthest, and then it's always someone behind that's even better, it's not up there yet, or jealous, bro. You can't do that, bro. It's just almost, but it's only enough. You do a group just enough to get to that place to figure out which one of y'all is gonna have a stable career outside the group.
Right. Yeah. And ego too. You got to mix that in with ego. And
so if I got all these
bad habits, girls, being on time, you know what I'm saying, dedication, You feel me?
But it's normally from who the star of the group is, bro. When you look at
because the nigga that feel like he the star is the nigga that ain't showing up.
Or who people boost up to make them the star.
Right. Because most of the time in the situation, there's always some niggas in the background behind them, like, you don't need them niggas. Fuck you got, you know what I'm saying? Once you make if I'm in a group and I know we all nice, but I know that I can get it. And then once we start getting somewhere, niggas around me saying like, bruh, why split the bread with them when they can just be you? It's the only seed you got to plant.
Okay, so now look. Now what we see now coming back that's making shit pop now. It's the groups. All the OGs is going back and going back to each other, right? They going back, hey, bro, let's group up.
Say groups is done. Nigga probably say groups is done.
Groups are? That's a fact. But no, he say that group now, but why does Havoc and Styles P just do a group? Why they got a group together? They both from different groups. Wu-Tang and I know Mobb Deep and D Block.
The studies show that people want to see different superpowers team up, as they would say. From their era to the youth don't give a fuck about that. But to the niggas from 30 and up, and depending on how old you is, it's kind of like, oh shit. Could you imagine if I had Havoc and Bro on the same record? You know what I'm saying? So we can give
So this is my question, because we do a lot of talking about the list and stuff. So my question is this now to you, just talking to you, and I see people in the chat. My thing is this is, what is the solution for those artists that feel the way you feel and might feel the way 50 Shane feel, to kind of put it on the same pedestal? Like, what is needed? Is it a platform where we supposed to go back? Like my man said, we need a real slept-on artist spotlight. How do we determine, so it can be fair on artists that are slept on, to get acknowledgement? How do we do that? What do we, because the artists that's on, we got to look at the 20 that's on this list. The people that's on this list, we can't take away. They have multiple videos done within the year. They do have numbers, whether they bought or not bought. You get what I'm saying? Whether they paid for or not paid for, or Spotify is paid for. Not. These link numbers, these stream numbers. How do we determine those artists that are not looking on? What did they say? Because the fire of the versus battle, Locks lit it up. Styles B created a lane to do it if he wanted. That is correct. But like Styles B said, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do it. That nigga got his juice bar.
If he didn't have it, if Jada and them didn't have a platform, their careers was in the bed. Technically, even though we know them niggas still running, but to the public, no, I'm saying to me they always because running, but to the public,
it brought on new listeners and have people to go back and see who these people was for the new generation of kids. Right, a new generation of kids. A new generation of kids not going to look back for old Jada kids. New generation of kids are not going back looking for, you know what I'm saying, the new 22-year-olds now. It's not going back to look for it. But now that they did something together and they did do a spotlight event and it was on YouTube's and it was clips and it was all these things taken from it, I'm going to go back and go for it now. But what the old heads did for us, it just brought us back. It brought us back in the game, though. It brought us back to that, we don't got to keep listening to this shit because these niggas is out here still making music. What's the NBA going to look like?
So think about it real quick. Think about what you just said, how important that shit is. So before that event, everybody was telling niggas like Jada and them, like, bro, the shit, niggas washed up. It ain't that time no more. And then we've been brainwashed so crazy that as soon as that shit was on national TV, where you can't flex numbers when it's just about art, the world still love real rap and still love shit. That's why niggas went so crazy. It even made the young boys start wanting to spit like Jada again. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know because it's been so long. So it's just to show you that, like, on a realistic level, like, niggas like who really rapping it's still a want and a need out there. But we not in control. And then the second thing is this. I want to answer your question, in my opinion. How do we fix it? I think the most important thing is understanding how to make money to be able to market your shit. Because that's the separation. Who got the money for them nice videos, and then outside of the money, who got the real good concepts for the videos and the good songs, and managing money and investing in yourself and being able to make money in some form to be able to really push your dream forward so that you can be seen. You know what I'm saying? with the niggas who getting the big look.
But like I said, what is seen by who needs to see you though? In order for you to make these lists, like that's what we ask. Is like, okay, like you said, we played the game and we still wasn't seen.
Nah,
okay, so okay, so what about those that's playing a different game that needs to be seen? How can we get, like, I would love to provide a platform, but see, this is what happens when it comes down to platform, and this is what everybody fail to realize, right? All right, so boom. Let's just break down a couple of numbers. I'm not a math man, but if you're listening, you could just hear this and add it up fast for yourself. It's not even for you, because I know we both want kind of the same page. Like, we want to really see the number, but it's people that can listen to this and be like, okay, it makes sense. Okay, so you got to get a venue, right? You got to get a venue. Now, most time, the base of the venue come with a middleman. Based on it's somebody that got to get you to the venue, you know what I'm saying? So he want a piece, right? So you like, all right, you break him a piece. Now you got artists that you want to put on. You want to pay these artists. Okay, so what's the good payment that you want to pay an artist? What's a good payment right now as an indie artist that you as an artist would take to come perform on stage?
What's a good performance pay? You saying like from the city?
Yeah, what's a good performance? What's a good performance pay?
I mean, to be real, on the local level, shit, I say 250 to 500. That ain't a bad pay for a local artist.
250. I can fuck with it. 250 to 500 now, right? Now, 250 to 500 is what typical artist probably want to get paid right now on the indie tip in Rhino, North Carolina, right? Okay, when I pay you 250, 500, what does that include for the 250? What are you doing for that 250, 500? Just tell me what, because now look, this is the agreements that niggas don't, this is the business part that niggas fail to realize, because it's a contract. Yeah, I'm gonna pay you 500. I give you a max. I'm gonna pay you 500. So what does 500 for me to you to say what I'm gonna get?
So as a businessman, my next question is first, well, what type of set we supposed to be doing? Because I need to know how much time is involved and how much time, how many songs I need to be doing, and then we need to figure out if my buzz or my following is even worth negotiating the terms, or if I'm bringing people to the doors, right? So I said,
right.
I'm just saying a local artist, just a local artist. My number wasn't saying me. I'm saying a local artist who.
No, I know. So give me your 250, because we want to stay with low and high. Your 250 is your minimum. Is what you going for your minimum. What you gonna do for 250?
I do like a song or two.
So for 250, your minimum is. You said 250. Your minimum is 7 minutes. I give you 7 minutes because it's about 2 songs. 7 minutes for 250, and that's all you giving me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that means your entourage, your cameraman, and all those people coming with you, right? They gonna pay at the door. We agreeing that they gonna pay at the door at 250. So that means your cameraman, they know this my camera. No, they know this my cameraman he's $20 now at the door. Your entourage, your manager,
if nobody knows, your following in some sense should be willing to pay to come in. Now the cameraman, I probably pay out of my pocket because I need him to do me a favor. I'm paying him to be there. So I'm gonna pay my cameraman.
Look, I don't want to get thrown off because the extras is gonna throw me off.
Good. Yeah,
I got that. I'm just saying this at the minimum. Okay, at 500.
Right.
How long is your set will be at 500 if I pay you?
Shit, it's gonna be, we probably do a 15-minute set for 5 on a local event.
So 10 to 15 minutes, right? That's about 3-4 songs. You know what I'm saying? That's normally what a typical major artist would, major player with a label would do. Probably about 3-4 songs for you at a club walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a club walkthrough. We're not even talking about on stage yet. We're just talking about a club walkthrough jump, like performing at like Crave or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
They might give you the mic. You say a couple words with it and walk out. Yeah.
So 500 now. At 500. Everybody's paying at the door still, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's cool. So now, 500, how many artists do I got to put on to make my money back? Because I still pay the door. My door, let's just say my man in the middleman, the venue cost me 500. Venue cost me 500. You know what I'm saying? You cost me 500. Now I got to get 4 more artists at 500. You know what I'm saying? So now what I'm at? I'm at,
2 bands.
you know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yep, 2 bands now, right? So now we had 2 bands, and I still didn't pay the security. Now my security, I need about 4 security. They run about $80 an hour. Most of them, they were like $80 probably for what, 2, 3, 4 hours. I think last time I paid like $350 for the security. So I'm at, you know what I'm saying? 2,000 was $350.
Well, what about the venue itself that you had to pay for?
I just said the venue gonna be $500.
Like you pay 5 for the
So
venue too?
I got 4 artists. I got 4 artists at $500 a piece. That's $2,000 already out of artist payout. I ain't made no money yet. Then I got another $500 for the venue, right? That's $2,500, right? Then another $350 for the DJ. I made $350 for the security. How much the DJ cost? Because now these DJs is going up. They not doing 150 no more. They not fucking with the 150 no more. They not fucking good. We talking about a good DJ. I'm gonna say it's somebody I think that's a good DJ, and the reason why I say they're a good DJ because they come with a lot of stuff like DJ R&B. DJ, and I say DJ R&B is because he bring light. I seen his setup. His setup had crazy lights. It sound good. His mics and then the transition between sets was good. All that shit was good. He probably want what? What you think he probably want? Or a good DJ? Not even him, just a good DJ. What you think a good DJ would want?
Like that shit could be anywhere from like that. From my understanding, the DJ be making like 350, 450 sometimes, 250 a night.
So we gonna go to minimum. We gonna say we got lucky and niggas say he gonna do that shit for $350.
We had like 3,200 then.
$3,200, nigga. And I ain't let one person in the door yet. You get what I'm saying?
Brolic said niggas shouldn't even be worried about getting paid. Can niggas bring 250 worth of people? Buzz up first. See, I was gonna say something about that too.
That's where I'm getting to.
And I did shows all around this motherfucker. It took me, it took for me to leave and bring it back home. Now I can vouch for that. Brolic, you know, and I said this on my live for everybody. I don't know how much you be on my lives and the combos, but I always brought you up and said, like, I went to you personally when I was younger and be like, bro, how the fuck did somebody like you with a record like Move Them Things not sizzle? And that's just me being a listener. Like, yo, this shit crazy. And the question is, my question for you is, has anybody in Raleigh offered to pay you money? Let's talk about, we got a nigga on the line right now who really has done things, right? Who has made hits and did things and been out on his grind. How much has Raleigh or North Carolina offered you with you having, you know, the deal and you having records and shit like that? How much does this place invest or do they offer you shit?
Right, but see, that's why I was getting at, Willie, while we waiting for his response. That's why I was getting at. So we had 3,200, right? So if I charge $20 for each person to get in at 3,200, that I'm in the hole right now, that's what? 3,200 divided by what, 20? That's what? 160?
Okay. I respect that. Word, I respect that.
What you said?
He got money from local. He said he did get money from local spot. Yeah, but see, I would say when he said originally,
did the promoter make money off of him?
That's the question. We'll see when he answers. I would say,
did the promoter,
when we do this event,
did the people that paid you, did they make their money back plus some, or did they just make their money back?
That's a good question. Let me answer this question for what he's saying real quick in between while he's typing. When we look at this, right, the question is, what are we trying to build? So just like the internet, we start off with little. So if you spend this 3 bands, which is his business and money, can you at least stay afloat, and is it worth it? Because if you can get this building packed and create a dope ass experience, that's gonna bring the money. You know what I mean? So it's almost like the first time you do the show,
you know how Carolina fans is though.
Realize who really peoples came to support them. So after the next event, you can cut them out. But we got to worry about if we can it's like the internet. We got to create the worth in it, and then we'll get the money. But like, I get what you're saying, but if I'm putting the money up, I got to see a return. But are you willing to break even to get to where you're going in the future?
Bro, you got to understand, why do I book a labeled artist. I book a labeled artist or someone that come with a bag because they're gonna pack the stands. People gonna pay $150. I can't boost the price off of a bunch of artists within the city if the people in the city ain't really coming out for that artist. I can't charge a $40 ticket when they got Bankroll Fresh coming down, when they got Bankroll Fresh coming next week, and they want $50 a ticket. Now you got people that's like, oh,
Bankroll Fresh, he ain't no better than the nigga.
I don't know him. I just threw a name. That was the first person that came in my mind. I'm just saying, like a B-list celebrity. I mean, a celebrity that's coming down that you will book. Like you got.
That's what they paying for them. That's what they paying for.
Yeah, they're gonna pay for them. They're not gonna come to pay for that. They're gonna come like, oh, my man performing tonight, I'm gonna fuck with it. And then you get to the door and they like, oh, it's $20. Niggas like, damn, bro, $20. I've been at the door, but listen, I've been at the door. Niggas been like this, like, yo, niggas that come to the door, niggas that come to the door, bro. Let me give you the story. I got plenty of these stories. You be at the door. The artists come in, you like, yo, you good, bro? You already good. We allow you get 2 people in. Everybody else $20. The niggas in the line standing with the nigga, all looking around with Gucci belts on, Balenciagas, goddamn 4 chains, 2 pinky rings, diamond grills on, and you telling niggas $20 to get in, and niggas looking like, what, $20 for this event? And because you know why they feeling like that? Because they coming to pay that $20 and then they gonna leave.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So let me say this.
So the question ain't even if they gonna come and then they gonna leave.
Right.
And
so
then
think about it. So now it's not just let me say this real quick and I get out your way. So now the problem, so we gotta say we talk about between the clubs and the artists, right? And who can do what, right? Because some artists say, well, can you market the show? But now we talking about the people. See, none of that shit we talk about matter if the people in the cities that we live in ain't gonna pay that money. So now it ain't about clout, numbers, nothing. It's about the people. It's out of the artist's hands and it's out of the club hands. The club
it's in people hands, bro.
Right.
If
a city doesn't want to pay for their own artists and understand the demands of that place.
Bro, so that's what I'm saying. That's why you got places like a California, a damn Texas, those places where niggas can be local and be celebrities and get into a bag and doing sold out shows because they have people that come to these events, bro. You have to go to these other states.
Thing they doing. If
we could, but look,
we get more love too, bro.
I bet, Raleigh Day is one example of how people react to artists on stage, bro. If you ever sat back and just been and watched a whole event or been in the back end or the side end, from the front end to the right end, and your main focus was on people, not the show, not the, you know what I'm saying, so much of the artists, but the people and the reaction of the people when these artists or certain artists go on, you could see a reaction on how people are to know what kind of movement is going on. I've seen the city sit there and watch artists that they fuck with, even niggas that's been on to a level, and just sat there and watched them and never interact with it. But then I seen certain acts where they had certain things done and got people to interact with it and made the event a certain length. Like a person like, you know what I'm saying, somebody who interacts with people a lot, when I see is like, Fat Snaps. You know what I'm saying? He got his spin move. He got to act, you know what I'm saying? That's just generally him. He brings the attention on to him. And you know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I'm saying? You got that kind of...
Snacks is selling energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
his music is
but see,
and the charisma. You know what I'm saying?
And this is what I try to tell artists,
not
right?
Saying that his music ain't nothing, and I'm not discrediting his music. I'm just saying when I think of his marketing scheme, he bring a lot of energy to a place. You know what I'm saying?
So watch this. So what about like when you get somebody on there who's like super crazy? Like this is what I be trying to tell artists, like these niggas that be having all the niggas on stage with them, right? This has always been my thing. You got 30 niggas on stage with them, right? And then no one's in the crowd is acting as wild as the niggas that's on stage behind you. If you reverse those artists and you move them in front of you and they react in front of you the same way they're acting behind you, you have a different event. You have a different approach. You have a whole different show. The game with some artists is backwards.
See, hold up. Bruh said, but when he was grinding, I want you to speak on this, see how you feel. He said when he was grinding, he was focused on being seen. You know what I'm saying?
But
Outside of just the money as well. So that tells me that he took opportunities for exposure as well. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the money. It was to get the
that's a
exposure
fact.
for the
But
brand of music.
we also got to thinking about this too as well. While we doing that, what time was we in when this actual being seen was have to be seen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can be seen and not be seen now, bro. You get what I'm saying? Prime example,
That's
right?
real shit.
Am I not looking at a prime example of someone who said they're seen but not seen? Bro, I didn't say, hey, bro, what I tell you, bro, I don't see you at none of the shows. You're not being seen, but you're seen, because every day we get a post. Every day we get in a convo. Every day we get in some kind of content where if I'm not seeing you outside for real, feet to ground, but I'm seeing you outside somehow, I can still make that being seen. So in that case, it was a different time frame in how we ran that. Just like you pushing the CDs versus pushing the CDs now. Some cars you pushing a CD now can be just as good and lucrative, but at the same time, you might push a CD to somebody that don't even got CD players in cars now.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, we're thinking about the money, but yeah, now I'm thinking about money, but are they really listening to my shit now? Can they listen to my shit?
Yeah.
You get what I'm
This how
saying?
you know. The only thing, no, because I agree, because you're right. You're right about it. But I would say the only way you could truly judge it, and not even talking about me, you know, when you outside, people tend to pull back up on you because you got to be accountable for this shit. That's the difference when you outside every day. So like people gonna pull back up on you and keep it funky with you, whether they like songs or they don't like songs, or you know what I'm saying. So, but even that's just like even when they go stream your shit, there's a lot of people that got 1 million streams where they got the streams because niggas is laughing at them. It ain't really that we like the song. It's just that the shit got our attention, and we might have all looked at it 2 times. You know what I'm saying? But
Bro, it's not
his mind.
bro,
It
might not even be the fact that we like the song when somebody liked it though. You get what I'm saying?
All the people that clicked on it that didn't, but still he still made that 1 million.
Bro, I do it all the time. I do it all the time, bro. I'm clicking on videos, bro. It's a lot of, I'm not going to disclose any of this because it's like it's my opinion, but it's a lot of music that
said he left this motherfucker and got right on him. I mean, it's real.
It's like
the point that I think Brolic is saying real quick, and something that you'll realize after a while, is that how long do you continue to fight with how long do you continue to fight with cancer when the cancer is taking over the body? If you already understand that the mindset in the way that things are being done, not people personally, just the mindset of this place and the way that things are looked and how everything is being, however I want to say ran, not so much gatekeepers, how it is. How long do you continue to play a game with no pieces on the board? You know what I'm saying?
But this is what I'm saying. Like, it's the same everywhere though. It's the same everywhere. It's not just here and just this place. It's other places. It's like this. It's like how do but look, it's like how do people come from other states and come here and get on? And you be like, bro, how you come from another state? You ain't right. Then the niggas in the state, look, and then the niggas in the state, like, man, shit, I should have been on, or I knew this nigga, da-da-da, right? So look, now vice versa. Now you, like you said, I went somewhere else and I'm on now. Right, you went somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, where they didn't, you know what I'm saying, they didn't know you, didn't have no animosity, they wasn't trying to get where you was, and they respected what you was doing, and they respected your craft, and they put you in a position to be what we consider as being on. Just like when we have people come from other states and come into the state and they do stuff in the state that make them on, whether they basketball players, whether they football players, whether we're not just talking about let's not just talk about artists and indie arts. Let's just talk about talent in general. Let's just talk about talent in general. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people from that was not born.
Ear for talent. Like it just has a bad ear for talent. That's the only, if Carolina was a human being, they deaf as a motherfucker, right? And not only are they deaf,
no, but look, no, bro.
Look, what I mean,
it's
let me
not.
say this. What I mean by
go
I'm
ahead,
looking for somebody in the city that's real, and this, I'm gonna say this real quick, is that where's the motherfucker that's gonna go in there and kind of like really listen, close his eyes and listen to this shit? Because that's not what's going on, and it ain't everywhere. Because some cities do break their artists,
bro. It's not that, bro. We got it twisted, bro. Carolina breaks talent, bro. And when I'm gonna say this, and when I say this, I'm gonna give you a reason why.
You do.
I'm gonna tell you why. This is why. Look, I'm gonna tell you why. Cause niggas come from out of town to come into I-town to get tested to get to the bag, bro.
Yeah, for sure. We are the
They
state
bring
that
look, they bring somebody that's hot in Atlanta. They hot in Atlanta, getting their feet watered. They bring to Carolina. He go crazy in Carolina. Carolina fought with it. The people in Carolina fought with it. He's a goal. He's a goal, bro. That's how they work.
Okay.
They get
So it's beating a dead horse. It's beating a dead horse.
They get they get their highest payouts. They get their highest payouts coming to the Carolinas, bro. All the way around, bro. Not only do they
niggas, right? They come scoop up all the money and go back to their home.
Exactly, and that's what I'm telling you. So that's what I'm saying. That is weird that we say that, but an out of town nigga, right, can come to the Carolina and get to the bag and get businesses and get put on and get established and be this person and be somebody within our city, and then the niggas in the Carolinas that's from here and born here can't establish the same kind of the background of the out of town to get it, but yet you can go out of town somewhere else and do something different and be that nigga.
Listen, if nobody, because the truth, it ain't nobody, because that'd be wrong. If nobody has ever got the support, and we done seen all types of talent, then then it's not about the artist, and it's deeper than the artist and his talent in this place. That's why I feel like Brolic, I'm one of them people, whenever I see Brolic, he hop out on me on a corner at a bar, I would always holler at him, but I would listen, you know what I'm saying, to a nigga, because I understood that he did go places other niggas didn't. And he got it's a different view looking down than it is looking up or looking from halfway up or however people feel. But I felt like, in my opinion, when I thought about artists, I know a lot of artists. He was one of the few I felt like talent matched his, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people talent match their buzz. And that's the thing for me, you know what I'm saying? And I always sat back before I even ever said something to him. His cousin came to me when I was at work one day, and then I was just chopping it up, and I'm just like, enough is enough. The point is, let me say this: we know if you seeing it doesn't matter. That's why I said if I've been grounded for 15 years and I never made one list, then it's not about me. It's just me showing to you that it's not about consistency. It's not about hard work. It's not about effort. It's just about Carolina and the politics of Carolina. The only way that you can make something shake is by going elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? Right. Meaning that getting your music to other places.
Right. So my question is now that what we consider as Brolic is being on, right? So Brolic, my question to you is now that you're in a position where you consider to be on, do you come now? Who do you come back at? Do you come back to get somebody for the Carolinas and put them in a position to be on now to start the rotation, or do it just be like, I'm gonna just stay where I'm at and do what I do and everybody else just still find their way? So at what point do you get on to a certain level? Do you come back to help do what you see is missing in the hip hop and rap community, or do you just stay away from it and continue on leaving and let the cycle continue on? So like
that's a good question. Well, let me read what he said and why he answered. He said all it takes is for everybody to get behind niggas, just a few groups, and to push them out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just like the crab in the bucket. If they all work together, they're gonna get out that creek, right? And then it says why it ain't happen? Because everybody wanna be first. Listen, the question, let me say this is the realest question in the world. Me coming here, seeing all of these people before me, sitting in rooms with all of these niggas, I'm 18, 19, looking at niggas like, damn, all these niggas gonna be somebody. And after a while, the number one question in Raleigh, which is the craziest shit in the world to me, is I know for a fact that all of these niggas, street niggas and rap niggas, some of them both, know each other, and I'd have been in rooms when they sitting around each other with studios in the same building, and nobody got features with each other. That shit, as a teenager, I never understood that shit. I never understood. And that's what he mean by everybody want to be first. See, if you in the streets, niggas will fuck with you. But if you a street nigga and you say you rap, or if you a nigga that's cool, and if you could be a real nigga, not just a street nigga, but a real nigga in your own right, but once you say you rap in Raleigh, in North Carolina.
So everybody getting behind one nigga, or everybody getting behind a nigga, is that not like a potential of what we calling a group? Isn't that what I was just go back to what I was saying?
It's a joint effort. It's a joint effort. Meaning that's
what is a group?
City, even if, like in other cities, for example, everybody might not have liked Dolph, and everybody didn't like Gotti. Everybody didn't like Dolph, everybody didn't like Gotti. But it's a certain level of mutual respect in that city where it's support. But even they would tell you that most of their views come from other places. You know what I'm saying? People tend not to support the people that's right from where they from. We tend to see other people we don't know as them guys because the people that's close to us are a little too human. You know what I'm saying? We can't admire somebody that we feel like struggling just like us. You feel me? He said, it takes more than me, bro. He said, I can give you the game. If I had an artist, I would not try to break him or her in NC first because I know the outcome. Good answer.
Well, shit, I got artists. Give me some more game, bro.
Nah, real. But see, that's what it takes. How many of us?
Holla at me, bro. I'll meet up with you. Brunch on me. I'm free.
Who gonna
We'll
listen?
chop up the game. Tell me about the game. Tell me some more about the game that I might be missing out. Facts.
Real.
That's a bet.
And that's the key to the shit. Who gonna listen to the niggas? Because it's up to you if we
Hey,
listen.
but that's what I'm saying. They gotta give it to me, bro. They gotta give it to somebody like me, so then I can give it to other people that's gonna take it and reciprocate it and use the game and go the right way. That's how. But that's normally how I go though. If you don't get nobody like yourself who's knowledgeable to go out here and seek the talent that for themselves. I mean, seek the the information for themselves and do the research and know the proper research and how to follow the structure of research to go to get the information, the answers that they need. Then you have to take it from somebody like myself who can then give you that game. You know what I'm saying? Who can help know what it takes for you to reciprocate what I'm trying to explain to you on how it's supposed to work. And once you get that, then that becomes a duo that can't be stopped. And then that information is then passed on to who you decide to get the game to, and sold it for free or sold it to somebody. That's why all these they got them they got them programs and trainings now. You can sign up. I tell you how to get Spotify's, and I tell you how to do all this.
Real shit. I think the key to learn is we talking to somebody who traveled, and if we listen to somebody like Brolic, who is one of the OGs out here, then we need to learn, and all of us watching this live need to pay attention to what he's saying because of what he has been able to accomplish and do. But even in that aspect, like I bring brother name up all the time, and people that watch my combos know that I bring Brolic name up all the time. The question is, at the end of the day, I used to tell myself, like, ask niggas that know me, like, bro, if Bruh Singer was like that and it was like he made noise, but the city just, it's like it's development. And the reason why I say that is when you come from, I come from New York, New Jersey, where like people outside, they getting their music from the guys standing outside with them tables, you know, they movies, even to this day, like people still getting stuff like that. So when the culture is used to getting music from within itself, then there's a pride factor. So all of the cultures who got it, it come from what was established before. Like LA, we got to realize about the history of LA and all of the people that the wealth that went into LA, but even then they still struggling. You know what I'm saying? So it's only a couple self-supported cities to some extent, which is the Calis. New York, you can do it, but it's getting harder because it's divided as hell. But the only true logic is to put your music out and pay attention to the numbers, rather from the people close to you and where they coming from. And internet-wise, at least if you're going to spend marketing money, the places that listening to you the most, keep investing in them places. And, you know what I'm saying? Don't overspend, just see how it go. And at the same time, you know, you got to be a full functioning machine. I feel like my mistake is you got to have footwork, you got to have internet presence, you got to have a stage presence, you know what I'm saying? And you got to hit the road. You know what I'm saying? It's just simple. Because all of us in the world, when we see somebody from China that's nice, like Rich Chiggers, when we see somebody like him, we laughing, we don't know him. And when people don't know you, they're gonna value your words more. You know what I'm saying? This place ain't looking for its own, it's looking to follow to get what it wants. And until this place finds an identity, then everybody out of here is gonna run the same circle, which is the rat race, because we don't respect independent niggas. We respect the clout. We respect what's going on everywhere else. But the other cities respect what's going on. Only mistake. So that's why I say, he said, Willie Fire, ain't no way he ain't further than what he is. He said, it's got to work the method elsewhere. Nah, and I appreciate it, bro. And definitely coming from you would mean a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something to fight for. And as long as I didn't want to listen to people like you back in the day, because you told me years ago, people like, bro, you got to go elsewhere. So that's why I just been saying, you know, let me make my music and let me focus. Let me get my money. That's why I got into the dogs and other businesses. And then let me really handle my business. Because as we see, I could put 1,000 albums out here and I ain't going to get the proper love or whatever. And it's love. So it's time to put that energy for the rest of my life and everywhere else. And once I listen, and this is a game to all y'all, we got to learn to listen. When I was younger, I did listen, but I was stubborn. You know what I'm saying? So tonight is one of them nights, like, when you said, like, it's a pointless game, bro, I checked that shit off in my book. I'm still dropping music, but our attention everywhere else. That's the straw that brought the camel back. When bruh said that this shit is a waste of time, he not knocking it. He's just telling you at the end of the day, this shit is a waste of time for you when you could put this work in other places and you can spread yourself out, because it ain't about talent, it ain't about art, it's just about all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for everybody to expand, especially for me. You know what I'm saying? So just trying to stack my bread up, pop out of the city, get out the city, and then really start traveling, because that's what this shit about. As long as I sit still, and I have done a lot more moving, or just like you, as long as niggas sit still, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? It says niggas stuck and want to keep it real. Bro, take your talents to LA, Atlanta, a couple years of your grind like that, 10 years here, won't match 1 year there. Nah, I respect that. And I see that too now, especially when I look at the stuff that be coming out. I don't get mad about it, but it's just kind of like, damn, all that work you put in and niggas still say that. So 100, you know what I mean? And I know I kept everybody up. You know what I mean? Everybody in this convo who gave their opinions and spoke back, bro, like, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tapped, you know what I'm saying? The Chiefs, bruh who did the list, and everybody who tapped in, like, yo, it's just our opinions on how we looking at this shit, and stay focused. But bro, like, real shit, yo, I promise you, bro, from today forward, and I already been on that. That's why I kind of ain't been in the scene, but that's the focus, bro. Just really, really, like, being in Atlanta, being in Texas, like, hitting these places and really letting that shit speak for itself. You know what I mean? So, BH.